Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dice, Drinks, and Drama. My name is John Heath Clark. I will be your dungeon master this evening. Let's meet everybody, all of our wonderful other people.
Hi guys, my name is Devren Bryant. I play Walker in Summer, a tabaxi rogue with almost as many titles as he has lives. He's a very wonderful kitty.
Hi there, I'm Zëk Stewart. I'm playing Euclid Clausen, an Aasimar warlock whose patron is my former character, Skimmerhorn von Mikael, a god of delirium, and wherever we were before. Yeah. Cool.
Hi guys, my name's Carter Scott Horton. I play Finnegan Berry Bramble, a red draconic origin sorcerer, stout halfling. Would normally put the race first, but I thought, let's mix it up a little bit. I'm very tall, and I'm very sensitive about that.
I'm Victoria Priano, and I play Guinevere Groveheart, and I'm your dad now.
Great. So last time we dealt with a number of strange and interesting things. We met the candidates a little bit more clearly that are going up against Walker and Summer. We specifically met Denise DeMau, who is a dwarf who is all about closing down the walls of the city, battening down the hatches, preparing for war to make this new city of Tecotuhautl strong. We met Haliaf Sungold, who used to work for the Green Dragons and once enslaved this city, and wants to have things run basically the same way they were back then, except, you know, a little bit less slavery. And we discovered that, and we had known for some time that there was a essence, something out there in the woods, in the jungle, of dreams, dealing with dreams. And we met the Sphinx, Elorana, who showed us that she wants to remove, first in this city and then in the entire world, all dreams and replace it with a void-like, perfect, restful sleep. They've been waiting a very long time to do this, and apparently the prophesied one who is going to choose whether or not this happens is none other than Guinevere. However, shortly afterwards, we met between Finn and Guinevere, Haemon the Dreamweaver, who is a crazy, wild chaos dream spirit that sure is responsible for nightmares, but is also responsible for good dreams, and thinks that things are better off with dreams the way they are, and expressed the strange dichotomy that the spirit of law wants to change things up, and the spirit of chaos wants to keep things the way they are. I believe we ended, yes, death to dream fasts. I like that. I believe we left things right after that rest. We're waking up the next morning, right? Two of you had perfect, peaceful, restful sleep. I want to say that's Euclid and Walker, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you are both waking up with 5 temporary hit points.
I love that.
Nice.
And no memory of what happened in the night.
Lovely.
Sleeping very peacefully and very soundly. Right? We know the sorts of dreams that Finn and Gwyn had. You can either discuss those or continue back to the city.
Do you want to talk about it?
I mean, like, I feel like I was just kind of there along for the ride. It seems very Gwyn-centric, this whole dream thing going on. I gotta say, I didn't like his vibe. Haemon,
No.
or whatever.
But the vibe
I
definitely
can
had more of a
remember-
personality.
He did, I guess. Sure.
What are you
I didn't meet
two
the
talking
Sphinx.
about?
Oh, so you guys, you had peaceful void sleep, right? Like no dreams, no nothing. You're feeling pretty good.
Slept
Waking
like a
up.
kid.
Picture
It was
there.
delicious.
Yeah.
I felt like I was
There
dead
was an
for about-
orgy. There was a
hours.
lot of dragons.
Where did
There
y'all go
was.
when I went to sleep?
I kind of just showed up there.
We did frogs.
Now, did frogs
Last
without me? Oh my goodness.
Well, you wanted to sleep in the peaceful zone, and we thought, if we're not gonna have peaceful dreams, let's have some crazy ones, you know?
No, yeah, I guess that's what I would have done too. Go on.
Look, I didn't know you were into frogs. Next time I drop frogs.
So you like share your dreams when you do frogs? Is that normal for frogs?
I don't think so.
I'm still trying to figure out how frog consumption works, or imbibing works.
Gwyn, you can make either an insight or a nature check to examine the circumstances that happen.
How does this dice do this? I got a 21.
Lovely. So, you were promised prophetic dreams upon looking at these frogs, which did not happen.
Yes.
The likelihood is that Haemon wished to speak with you and hijack. There's still the opportunity to use those frogs for prophetic dreams. But what they did is they opened you up to dream, which allowed Haemon in. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's your reading on the energies of the circumstance.
Okay. So I'm saying we should probably do frogs again, but as a group. So, if it ends up being a joint consciousness thing, we don't have to know anyone's secrets or not secrets, or Haemon's weird perception of what we want, which is that what it was? Or is that...
Maybe he did say he would leave us alone, because I was pretty, admittedly, curt with him. I didn't like his vibe, as previously mentioned, and I felt a little
you would think we'd be pretty used with voices in our head just telling us whatever after Polynisos, but
no, it's definitely manifesting itself in a much more PTSD route than okay.
Interesting.
Yours was a voice? Because my guy, he just kind of showed up, and he was dripping lava, and he gave me stuff, and then he pieced. He was not a man of words. Beautiful pecs.
Mine had a very sly voice. Exactly.
Seems clingy.
Try not to think about it.
Euclid, you would have loved it there, I bet.
I mean, I've got a god there now, so that's pretty cool.
Yes, we've got a vacation there. Once we've dealt with the dreams. Now, wait just 1 second. Weren't they on T wanting to put up a spire that amplified all dreams? And now, Gwyn, you're having these dreams about something coming up to you, and it seems I cannot for the life of me get out of my head that the auntie, I don't know, sicked a demon onto my fair city. Do you think any of this could be connected?
Yes, and I'm kind of wondering if it might be able to be exploited. Who knows? Maybe if that tower goes up, we could make it work for our advantage as long as we pull some strings on the other end.
Oh, yes. I think first, then, we'd have to figure out how it's working in our disadvantage and then flip the script.
Although, tower construction, I don't know how long that goes on for, and
there's a lot of snake power that they got. So it's probably pretty quick, would be my guess. But also, if it amplifies dreams, we could always just pick the non-dreaming option. Personally, thank you for the sub, McKellen.
And Mecklin, thanks for the sub, man.
Yes.
Much appreciated.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's, to me, I don't know a whole bunch about dreams.
So, get rid of them altogether, or use them for our own good.
I feel like nightmares shouldn't define your full perception of dreams. Do you ever remember having good dreams then? Don't you think you kind of need those?
Yeah, I think it's what we use to like process the day before in general. So like, it seems weird that you would get rid of it.
I don't know. I've been drinking a lot, so my dreams are weird. I could deal without them.
Oh,
What
no.
we need is more information and maybe even an ally that's neutral.
I'd also like to say,
I couldn't agree more.
nightmares come from yourself most of the time, right? They're things that you produce. It's your own means of like controlling yourself. I mean, we don't know if there's an afterlife or anything like that. We all deserve or feel like we've done something wrong at some point in our lives. It's sort of wish fulfillment, isn't it? You know, we put ourselves in bad places, we make ourselves feel bad things.
Yeah.
Oh, they were dragon slayers.
Just a little.
And remember,
Okay.
it's my experience is definitely conceptual and invasive. So like, as much as I want to be like, hey, dreams are the best idea in the world, Finn, I am gonna trust your judgment on it to some degree.
It's just my personal take on it. I've had some good dreams before.
Well,
Way back.
here's the good thing about it. If they need that tower to amplify the dreams and do their plan, then they need me to be in office. Yes.
Yeah.
So they can't even do anything until I win. If I win.
Oh, I mean, we kind of want you to win now.
Yes.
Haven't met the other two options.
No.
And I do know if they are making sneaky deals with me, then they are absolutely making even sneakier deals with them.
What about the pirate guy though? Your friend. Why not just like let him pretend to be you or whatever?
I don't trust him.
You want to stay here forever though?
We might be able to work something out. How many? Wait, John. How many days until the election now?
Currently, I believe 11. By the time you return to the city, 8.
I will have a little more than a week to finish everything for the election. So
I'd also kind of like the opportunity to maybe dream from you guys' point of view as well.
the dream.
To dream, yeah. Like, it seems like Euclid could definitely help me out in that capacity.
Oh, speaking of dream, we have to pick a dreamer.
That was also like a little bit of fluff. I figured it'd be a good enough argument to be like, hey, maybe there's somebody out there that could change your mind. Because realistically speaking, what they're going at is they needed something. They're kind of running on a faulty hypothesis. They only have half the story.
I don't know. It's all Tecotuhautl to me, you know?
What is that?
It's a little fishy.
Ah, yes,
You-
a little fishy.
Did you just
I've
pun?
seen-
You just make a
What?
pun. You just make it like a tiny pun, like a little person pun.
I'm drinking because you won't like the other option.
All right, so I guess our next move is to go back to the city and win this election, yeah? And
I guess so.
we can dream on their way there.
Well, we've
If
also
anybody wants to hold me so I can take a nap.
I mean, there's also an aboleth in your city. We just eliminate the aboleth.
We're not 100% sure on that.
I would absolutely prefer it to not be an aboleth, actually. Maybe it's just she likes seaweed chips.
You know, that is possible.
Chips?
Yeah, I call them chips. I think their proper names are cheeps. They're like,
Oh,
they're like cracky. It's very nice.
oh yeah.
Thin.
Okay.
Yes,
I guess that could explain the smell.
exactly. So
Hypothetically.
hypothetically, so yeah, let's go see.
All right,
Oh, all right.
heading back. Yeah, 3 days journey through the jungle. It's
Yep.
no easier, but you manage to follow the same path, avoid pitfalls, froghemoths, the general horrors of the jungle, right? And make your way back to Tecotuhautl. The first thing you notice is that there are a number of griffins roosting on the walls.
Griffins.
Wearing the green, white, gold, and silver livery of Huo-i-Nor, the free city to the northwest.
Oh.
Huo-i-Nor was a elven city tree was planted by a elf named Vanel, who wanted a city that was not beholden to any one race or to a prior government. He created the first democracy, the full democracy in the world, certainly the first civilization to begin as a democracy. And it is now a city that is beholden to no individual race. There are the Warforged that were found buried underneath ancient dwarven ruins were allowed to live here as full citizens. The escaped slaves of the Red Dragon Empire, which were primarily dwarves, were moved in here as well. Elves that didn't agree with some political nonsense that was going on in the Sylvan realm have relocated here. It's a city of empowered refugees and political dissidents from other cities, but its major theme is freedom. Huo-i-Nor is Sylvan Elf, or voice of the people. And that is, it seems that there have been delegates that are coming here to oversee these elections from Huo-i-Nor. Or at least to check in. So, I want to be very clear on the threads and make sure that there's none that we're missing. Potential threads coming back into the city are investigating Demaug, and what's going on in with her and her campaign. Investigating Haliath Sungold, and investigating what nonsense is going on with his campaign. Dealing with the Berry Bramble crime family. Dealing with the dreams, and dealing with the Yonti and the demons in the city. And now, investigating what's going on with Huo-i-Nor. Have I missed anything?
My God, I hope not.
Is
I hope not.
is the demon that's hunting us from the Yuan-Ti, is that saddled next to...
I have that under Yuan-Ti and demons.
Great, cool. It's a very broad problem.
There are lots going on in this city.
Yeah. I'm getting antsy. We could be pirates again.
It's so much simpler than the pirates.
I guess who's watching the election? Who said that you can even do that in the first place?
Well,
well, do you, Captain? Do you want to investigate that?
I feel like yes. Like, who are these new people? Like, we're in the middle of an election. Like, calm down.
Great. So they're underneath where the griffins are roosting. There are a number of green, white, gold, and silver tents set up. And the first thing you notice is that Ara and Arin, Anastasia, the dragon slayers that you met, are here, meeting with these delegations. They're shaking hands. Arin seems a little bit more mentally composed than he was last time you saw him. Ara is equally intense as she was the last you saw her, and she seems to be in a rather intense conversation with a very handsome, dark-skinned, golden-haired high elf. Right? And they are having a very spirited discussion that looks friendly but disagreement. Does that make sense? Like they are disagreeing on a point, and they are still very friendly. They just don't agree. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Can I sneak over there and have they noticed me?
Well, let's find out. Roll that stealth check. You see, there are dice.
I want to know. What?
I know.
dice are a myth.
18.
18?
Did you roll
Alright.
like a 3?
7.
Oh, okay.
So they're talking, and Ara says, I think you have to intervene. Everything we're coming up with shows that none of these political parties are uncorrupted. All 3 of them have some manner of outside interference that is going to ruin the potential freedom of this city. But now, you have to do something. The young elf shakes his hand and says, no, absolutely not. They need to determine their future themselves. If we need to intervene and save the citizens due to something else happening, that can happen. Hulinor is prepared to defend freedom anywhere, and especially on this continent, but we cannot interfere with elections as they are happening. And the conversation goes on in this way. This is apparently Vanau, the guy that planted the seed. He looks way younger. He looks like an elven teenager to you, right? But if this is he's supposed to be the sword of Hulinor, their grand protector, right? The head of their city guard, and he looks just a little way too young for all of those titles. But it can be hard to tell with elves, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then actually, sorry, I forgot his role. And then he says, speaking of outside influences, though, whoever's hiding behind that tent, would you mind making yourself seen?
I do mind, but I will make myself seen. Hello.
Vanau has a very charming, roguish smirk, and he stands up and says, Walker in summer, if I'm not mistaken.
You are not?
Outside royalty, though you do have the claim of having been imprisoned here, so it makes sense that you've returned in this time of trouble. Hello, my name is Vanau. Sword of
my paw.
He shakes it briskly. There's an energy to it as well.
Interesting. Okay. I'm getting a sense.
I am a paladin of Coralon the Rethian, the elven god of, elvishness and freedom, diversity, and growth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just here to see that this city gets as much of all of those things as it desires.
Oh, that's very interesting. So you're here as, I don't know, I would say, like a cop?
Oh, God, no. I'm a cop in my own city. No, I'm here as an aid. I'm here as support. I want you all to have the society that you deserve. And I just want to make sure that everything's above board in service to all of you.
Well, I'm sure that is a wonderful little thing that you are doing, and we thank you so much for all the time that you have taken out of your day to come to this new fledgling city. Have you had the chance of speaking to any of the other candidates yet?
Candidates? Not so much. We did just arrive. This is hardly a new city. I've been here several times over the last decade, mostly fighting dragons and freeing slaves alongside these two and several others. It's really nice to see people that were once in chains walking around the city, free, getting ready to vote for the first time. I know you spent some time here. I don't know about the rest of your compatriots, but this is already a wildly different place. Finn.
What does he do to Finn?
He nods at the wave.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know if we were seen or not.
You are.
Well, speaking of being seen, let me be, what are their names? Elena?
Ara and Arin. A-R-A, A-R-I-N.
Ara and Arin. And you, sir, whose name I just learned and now have forgotten.
Vanau. V-A-N-A-U-T-H.
Vanau. And Juvenile, why don't I show you around this great illustrious city, now that it is free, and so therefore, ergo, it must be pretty new to you because we've changed a couple of things around here. I have a hat shop that is really fun, and I'm pretty sure somebody is selling something fried and sticky somewhere. So let's go.
So he's rolling a pretty good insight check. Are you nervous? You're talking so fast. What is your intention here?
Okay, so first of all, I want to be seen around the city with this emissary of peace, because like that's what I'm all about. First of all, it's a very PR stunt right now. Two, I want to be seen with him before either of the other two candidates because like haha, it's like commenting first on the YouTube channel. And and third of all, I don't know, he's cute and I'm cute, so let's walk around the city.
Sure. I would love the company of your compatriots as well. I've heard they've already done some great things, R&R, and have spoken extensively about you guys actually being the only ones to fight dragons since all this went down. Which, as far as I'm concerned, fighting green dragons wins you check marks in my book.
We can't all be.
So, yeah. I would love to meet all of you and hear what you have to say. I mean, obviously you were overhearing my previous conversation. I would love your thoughts on that subject, which is really why I'm here. Let's talk.
Let's chat.
So where do you want to lead me? There are the battlements. There are the 4 ziggurats that were once for the 4 different houses that all were themed after those houses. Right? Ragfraknar, which is all the war. Noxeros, which is intrigue and manipulation. You can go, and so on, Cassava rulership. Or you could take him to the bars, you could bring him to the docks. You could just walk him around the sites. Is there something in particular you all want to show him? This isn't just a Walker choice. Like, I know Walker's face right now, but this is your group. Don't be intimidated.
I want to take him to both of the candidates, to one, show off my arm candy, and two, to see what he sees with these two.
I'm gonna qualify that as Carter, not Finn. Are you taking them inside the building, or are you like surreptitiously taking a tour of the city that happens to be right outside of their 2 campaign buildings? You know what I'm saying?
How bold-face am I doing this?
That's the question.
Mm-hmm.
Also note, he succeeded on 2 insight checks. He seemed pretty good at reading people.
He seems pretty good at reading people. He can read me. Let him read me. Yeah, I'm trying to see what he sees. Let him read other people.
Just saying, if you're planning on manipulating, that
here's the thing,
going to be pretty resistant to that.
I don't know. I might have to manipulate him later. Let's see.
Great. So you're walking. You're heading in the direction of Demel, just randomly, right? That's the closest one near the docks. And he says, so I've already heard, I feel like I've got a pretty good sense of where you're positioned around all of these things, Walker, at least your official positions. I'm very interested in how the rest of you feel the city is doing, how free and fair you think these elections are going to be, and if anything else in your mind with all of this going on, anything you think that a powerful paladin of Coralon Lorethian devoted to freedom might want to know about what's happening.
What would you want to know? That is such an interesting question. I guess I would have to know what you already know, huh?
Well, I believe your rather tall halfling friend had something to say.
I like him. You're a flatterer, and I don't mind it.
I can be a truth teller, and you are above average height.
All right. Anyways, you stop it. So, this is speculation, at the moment. However, our group, comrades, we don't have a name for ourselves. We're just a little merry band. We have traveled wide and made certain enemies, one of which Shears may or may not be of the aberrant kind.
You think there's mind flayers in this city?
No, God, or Corlon Lorethian. I hope not. An aboleth, potentially.
His smirk after the Corlon Lorethian no dies instantly, and he says, "An aboleth. Do you have any proof of this?"
The only thing we are certain about is that we have made an enemy of said aboleth, and the aboleth said that he would have his vengeance. He seems very interested in port towns being of the watery, mucusy sort. And the guess who didn't take notes on the campaign? What's the dwarf's name?
Demogue. Denise
Demogue. Demogue. And Denise Demogue's offices, when we visited, I did pick up an odd hint of seawater, which was strange considering how inland and far from the docks they were.
I have a very bad feeling about this. Where did you meet this aboleth?
Corsair Islands.
And was he casually trying to engage in some sort of duplicitous diplomacy that was likely going to end up in his favor? Or was he manipulating?
Yeah. We ourselves helped found a free city. Let it be known.
Oh, yes, I heard about this. The Corsair Islands losing their, I mean, it kind of there's still no real elections or anything going on, but it's in much better shape. But it's in much better shape. I don't mean to denigrate what you've done.
Yeah. I mean, they're pirates.
Different strokes, different folks.
Certainly when they're on boats. So, I've actually, if my mind is not wrong, met this aboleth.
Where?
He used to live off the coast of Populous Rex.
What? Wait, no, not that aboleth.
That aboleth.
Oh,
You
Certainly.
wait. Euclid, would you like to share
no, you do
any
it.
pertinent? All right.
So, for several years, this aboleth lived off the coast of Populous Rex and was making deals with the people, the council of Populous Rex. Well, it was Capitus Rex at the time. They are the ones that made it Populous Rex. Names change. And I was actually there on the night that the Ifrit tried to burn it all down. I was there on the battlements, helping fight against the army of fire the Ifrit had brought together to burn down Capitus Rex. And this aboleth had been manipulating situations, acquiring huge numbers of slaves through reasonable means. His whole thing was saving sailors that would have died otherwise and enslaving them underneath the water. And then he had an army, and while the city was going crazy with all the fire, he used this to capture the Afrite general, she's female, in an iron flask. And the worry is that he's been waiting for the right moment to release this Afrite general in an orgy of fire and destruction. We've been trying to find him, my compatriots that dealt with him at the time. And if you actually think he's in this city, I need some sort of reason to call people together to deal with that and to help you with that, beyond that you smelled saltwater. But this is a serious, vengeful, mean-spirited thing.
Well, Should we just go ask Denise, or should we go to the docks and poke around?
Either.
If this
So,
thing needs to be...
It is at this point that you're walking in front of Denise's headquarters. Everybody's whispering. They're all pointing at you with this new delegate. He smiles and waves. It's a little politician-y, but it comes across as very genuine. There's a youth to him that makes it all feel genuine. What's up, Finn?
Yeah, Finn's not the smartest guy in the world, which kind of works to his benefit maybe in this moment. He doesn't understand how or why a leader from this continent would just so happen to be in like the largest city on the other side of the world right at the moment that shit hit the fan. So he's just gonna roll insight on that statement.
Sure.
Which, is that a 10 or a 19? Damn it, that's a 10.
No.
So that's am I proficient?
I don't know.
That's a 13. It doesn't matter.
He feels very honest to you.
Okay.
Your guess is that this is a high-level adventure. This is a settled-down adventure.
Oh.
Right? In the same way that Walker isn't even that high-level an adventure and has crossed both continents. Right?
Sure, it just seems kind of a little hard to view it as coincidental. That's all.
Sure.
That's all.
You know what? He's going to roll insight to see if you're looking at him about this, and he's not going to succeed in this insight check. You're welcome to ask him about his adventures.
Sure. Maybe at another time.
You walk past. You are seen in the way that you wish to be seen, Walker. What about you, Guinevere or Euclid? Do you have any thoughts about the political goings-on in the city?
It seems like a lot of them are corrupt.
Sorry?
It seems like a lot of them are corrupt. And, yeah, I don't know. I think this is... I mean, it feels like every other city I've ever been in before. It's always going to be corruption, top down, bottom up. There's no escaping it.
Not every city. We've worked very, very hard for that not to be the case. You already know.
Oh, I'd love to see it. But...
You are welcome at any time.
Ah. I know, I just think it's a hard thing to accomplish if you can figure it out.
Great.
Systems of power don't really exactly lead themselves to being just in most cases.
Maybe you can answer a question for me. Now, I know you're going to be doing this in front of the subject in question, as he says, as you continue to walk toward Talia Sungold's campaign. But what is the deal with the Yonti and Walker and Son?
What is the deal?
I very specifically am interested in Euclid's interpretation of this. He is your least long-term companion, and presumably at a front row seat to the goings-on. You've spoken about how corruption is existing at the highest levels of any city. Presumably, normally one would assume that you do not mean your bosom buddy was involved in such things, but there's talk about Yonti. What are your opinions on this?
Sure. Normally, open negotiations between two different countries aren't considered corruption. Especially, look, I'll be honest with you. I used to work with some seedier characters in my lifetime. I've done some bad things. I regret it. I made a deal with those Yonti that would have been considered a little underhanded. The things they would have done. Walker stopped that. So, I think it's just meant for equality, largely. People who don't look like you, who live slightly out of town, you know. They deserve a place to be. Too. Right?
He nods. And are you telling the truth as far as you're concerned?
Yeah.
Great. He's watching Walker as well as this conversation is happening. Good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Wonderful. Now,
Well,
Guinevere, do you have any thoughts on the end?
I tend to not like to take bets, so I don't make them on losing dogs, but there seems to be a lot that we don't know yet about this town and the city, and I don't want to make assumptions that might make, an ass out of Walker and company.
Sure. And one of the reasons I'm here is that this is a city of, even compared to other dragon cities, that was steeped in intrigue and corruption. Right? This city has a history of malfeasance. Right? And I worry that history is baked into its bones in a way that needs to be excised. Right? That there is no chance of the people truly choosing their freedom in a place so steeped in corruption. Now, I don't know that that's true, but that is my worry. You're connected to the land. You're connected to nature. What do you think?
I think I'm kind of curious about what his dreams are.
You can help.
Yeah.
So he has meditation.
No, I mean, I very much mean aspirations.
Oh, sure.
In the context of dreams. Dreams has many, many meanings. I dream,
Sure.
Gwyn dreams. I definitely want to know his dreams. Gwyn has dreams despite trance.
We're gonna,
I hear his goals.
yeah.
And I know that he's settled down, but what does he really want at the moment out of this? Because it seems like there's something there, and I'd love to do it in the most endearing way possible to
Sure.
inquire about those more passive things.
And as you're working towards that, that's when you see his face go to stone as you approach the sun gold campaign stop. And he says, as good as it is to hear your thoughts on the other candidates and your worries there, and my, I think, not inconsiderable worries about the opportunity, I will be very candid with you. This gentleman is why I'm here. Haliath Sungold is connected with the green dragons that I once fought, that my friends Ara and Arin once fought, and he is making, we have found financial arrangements being made between them. We believe that he is in fact indeed, as Finn is miming over there, doing a different sort of performance art. He is a puppet.
Ah.
Wait,
And
so they're both
we
puppets.
that's sure, but that's my actual job, is to investigate those connections. Now, you guys have been very straightforward with me, and I find myself trusting you, perhaps against my better judgment. You haven't attempted to lie to me, which is nice.
Or rob,
Yes?
for the record.
When was the last time we stole anything?
Never
You know
stole
what?
a thing in my life.
Since we're being honest,
No,
I
we
got
never.
itchy fingers
You do? You been stealing?
at the moment. Yeah, not against you. I just, it's on the mind. I'll shut up and keep miming.
I've definitely been willfully given everything that I've gotten in this world.
Well, what about you, Walker and Summer? We haven't talked to you in a bit. I know what the papers say. I know what the banners say. Why are you doing this?
Why am I doing this? I keep asking myself that as well. It would be so much easier to just get on my ship and leave this place for whatever happens. But then that would suck, wouldn't it? Not just for me, not just for my conscience, but for everybody who is here, but for everybody who has tried their best to stave off corruption and darkness and malintent wherever they could find it in this city. And so I am here because I want to help continue their fight.
How true is this, Walker?
It's pretty true.
Is it entirely true?
I mean, like, I would like to go on that ship and leave even more than I'm letting on to, but...
Sure. But it's... Sure. Why don't you make a persuasion check?
You know, it's a, you know, I'm gonna keep it. It's a 6. He can believe me or not.
It's not in believing, it's in being impressed by you. You can re-roll it if you want to impress him.
I don't need to impress him. He came into my city looking cool and delicious and is going to threaten me with being like, I'm higher than you? Ha 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 ha, no.
I don't think he's threatened you. I don't think he's bullied you.
Not yet. He could. He's pretty.
Oh, there's some sensitivity there. Can Finn give the help action by just like vigorously nodding?
Fine. Post-emptive help action that gives post-emptive advantage.
Woohoo! And which makes it post-emptively 16. Worth it.
All right. So he's gonna say, I admire your honesty, and I admire your willingness to help these people. But I do think, I'm gonna roll this up. I do think you're,
Sorry. That was so loud.
maybe a bit worried about your suitability for this job. You're not a stay-at-home cat. You're a travel cat. You're a hunting cat. Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong. All right. I don't think you want to spend your days governing this city.
But I could.
I'm sure you could. I don't believe that you would be a particularly bad ruler. But I don't think that it's your goal.
Well, then whose goal is it? It's the one I have right now.
Whose goal is it? It's this disingenuous, manipulative high elf's goal. And it's that probably compromised by aberrant dwarf's goal. They're the people that want to run a city like this. In fact, the very best people to run a city are those who don't want.
Well, then...
You're the only one. Sorry, please.
It seems to me that I'm still the only one capable of running this city in a way that is fair for everybody. So even if I didn't want to, there's a responsibility that I have. I can either take it or I cannot. I'm choosing to take it.
He smiles again and says, good. That's what I'm wanting to do. I'll tell you a little bit more about my past. I was a big adventurer, a big warrior, fought for Coralon the Rethian. There was an attempted war between the Wood Elves and the High Elves that was being manipulated by mind flayers. And I helped prevent that. And as a thank you, the Wood Elven king gave me a seed and said I could plant this and grow a castle anywhere I liked in his realm, and I would become a duke of that castle and of that realm. I could stake a claim to anywhere in the woods that I wanted. And I saved that seed, and instead of planting it in his domain, in a place that would give me money and power, I used it to create a refugee camp for the cats of Kuiper, the tabaxi of what is now Kuiper, that was once the Blue Dragon Empire. Now, the Blue Dragon Empire fell, and they were able to move back in, but that place, Huowi Nor, has become a beacon of freedom. Now, I'm not a politician. I'm not a person that's good at running things. But I declared myself its sword, its protector. And that's what I do. I still go around traveling, but it's in the interests of that city being free and safe. So I understand everything that you're saying, and I want to help you. That's why I'm here. I want you to consider what a relationship with Huoinor might be like, and if you wouldn't prefer that Huoinor helps you run this city.
It's a very, very interesting offer, Mr. Vanot. Vanau. A very, very interesting offer.
You mean sister cities with partner leaders?
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, not city-states. I mean a country.
Oh.
A country. Well, here's the thing about that. It's not entirely my decision to be making, eh?
No.
So, before I can even think
this
of
election and did not want that level of responsibility permanently, it could be something you took on for some time to facilitate this connection.
well, as long as we are talking about the future, let's deal with the present, eh?
I'm listening.
Before this city has a sword to protect it, it needs a hand to wield the sword, okay? So, we've got to figure out who it is that's going to be running this city in my stead if it's not going to be me. Because I am assuming you won't stay here. I really don't want an emissary from a different land in this place to decide what these people need when they've been so, ripped from what they need. So, while it is an interesting offer, for now, I'll have to pass. But that does not mean that I won't accept it in the future. Keep it open for me.
It wasn't even, it's not even so much an offer as a thing I would like for you to consider for the well-being of this country.
It's a very interesting thing to consider, and I am considering it.
I understand. So, I really should meet with the other leaders, but I want you to know, in all honesty, I think that you are the best choice for this. And I think that the way we stop these other groups from winning is by cutting off their illicit sources of power. We handle the Green Dragon connection with Howlett.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what was giving Demaug all of this control, but it sounds like it's an aberrant manipulation. And if that's the case, we need to remove the Aboleth from its manipulations of the politics of this city. I think both of those things are things that any good-minded people can agree need to be out of these politics.
Mm-hmm.
My interest is in preventing supernatural evil from manipulating the free will of this city. I worry about the Yonti's influence over you and the deals that you've made with them. You've made some very good cases about why this could be the case. I worry about it, but not in the way that I worry about green dragons funneling money to one of their former courtiers, and certainly not in the way I now worry about the Aboleth of Populus Rex attempting to gain control of an entire city-state that just regained its freedom. Those deeply concern me.
There is a third concern if you wanted to handle it.
I'm listening.
There might or might not be a demon running around this city. Mate.
A demon?
A demon of the Yonti's, summoning, if you will. It has not done anything yet, and so we've kind of just left it at bay. But if you could, in your greatliness, find it so that I could deal with it, or at least talk to it, that'd be fun.
looks to him. He looks down, and he says, "I will need to find this thing." And his eyes close and open, and then one is silver and one is gold. And he looks around, and he says, "Nothing very nearby. You're not being followed right now." And he closes his eyes again, and they return back to their glorious green.
Is that something you can teach?
Are you a paladin?
No, but interesting though. It is very nice.
Divine sight is a gift given by the gods.
Oh, yeah. I'm done with gods.
I would be done with gods if my god weren't Coraline, and if his whole thing wasn't freedom.
Interesting. It is a lot. My friend's a god now.
So, and he says, "All right, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Unless there's something of more urgency that you're hiding from me, I need to find this demon." What?
First of all, I wasn't hiding anything from you. You did not ask. I don't know you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He has lost his composure. The mention of a demon in the city has, like, none of the rest of this matters now. Does that make sense? Like, priority number one, Mr. High-Level Paladin is find and kill the demon.
Find, kill the demon.
Right? So, I don't mean to imply that you're intentionally hiding anything. You did bury the lead on the fact that there is a demon in the city.
That's not something you just announced.
I agree. I'm not I would like to handle this. I need to know if there's anything else I need to know before I start hunting a demon.
It was a snaky demon with a beautiful little figure and 6 arms.
A Merilith. This is
yeah.
This is very bad.
Very bad?
One of the strongest and most brutal types of demons there are out there. I wouldn't be surprised if you have a number of deaths in your hand that you're just not aware of.
Did we check that? How would we check that? Is there like a registry?
I will get to the bottom of this. I have to meet with these other campaign people at some point, but the very first thing I have to do is find this demon.
All right. And on the flip hand, once you find it, come get us and we will help you. Maybe.
He says, "All right, I will." And he pulls out a long sword.
Is it glorious?
So it's a sword, and one side of its blade is green, and the other side of its blade is blue. And he taps the green side of the blade against the ground, and a wolf leaps out of it. And he says,
"Jump 60 feet in the air."
Big green wolf. Like dire wolf, like as tall as he is. And
I'm going to use my dash action to leap 60 feet into the air.
Didn't mean to startle you. Time is of the essence. Come on, boy. Let's find them. And the wolf begins sniffing, and they begin moving very quickly.
I love how surreptitious he is.
Is he out of earshot?
I have mentioned to him that the demon should not know that you sent him after it.
The demon doesn't know that we exist.
Yeah, but the Odin do, and if it goes back to the Odin and it's like, "Hey, Walker sent a guy after me and almost killed me."
No, wait, hold on, Euclid. I know where your mind's at, but they don't know. The Odin don't know we took the stuff. I'm pretty sure, right? The demon was summoned to reclaim stolen items,
They was summoned before anything was taken. One, we walked in on it being summoned before that, and 2, shut your damn mouth. There are demons walking around. Stop talking about stolen items.
Yeah, Mum.
I thought I had a good plan, but never mind.
You're all good. Don't worry about it, bud.
But still, it's the demon who was summoned before we stole the things. And, like, Loki want revenge for that. Like, don't send a demon to my city. That's so rude.
Well, we could stash the goods in a certain dad's loot to frame him,
Why?
possibly.
Wait, we could even do that. Well, the Yanti are already fighting the dragons, but the Yanti aren't fighting the Aboleth yet.
No.
Oh, I just kind of, okay. Yeah, sure. Just kind of wanted to screw over my dad.
You love a shadow
Personally.
war.
I just want this bag. It's a really good bag. I don't want to get rid of it.
Well, it is a nice little thing, huh?
Yeah.
My wand's useless, honestly. I don't care about it, so.
It sprays things.
Yeah, it's web. That's not my thing. Do you want it, Gwen?
I'll take a wand.
All right, here you go. You now have a wand of web.
I love that.
Nice.
They just put it within their clothes, the billowy clothes, and just kind of
In
tuck
all
it
of
under
the
there.
layers.
You can't tell.
Oh.
Nothing ever expands in layers. They just go somewhere.
All right.
It's up to your imagination where they go.
So should we try to flesh out this big fish of ours?
I think I'd be very interested in the chat's thoughts on where you should go and what you should do. There's a lot of stuff,
Well, chat,
right?
I just want to mention.
People in the chat right now. What do you think they should handle? Do you have a thought, Gwen?
Oh no, I just also need the ocelot to vote in this poll.
We have an ocelot.
Yes, we have two.
I wanted to
Okay.
mention that our name, the name of this episode is Saltwater Sock Puppets. So like, maybe just on theme, on brand, maybe for the apple.
You chose that name.
I did.
That's
Look,
such
man.
a bias.
There are so many threads. What am I supposed to name this? Just
That's so true. Hey, look, that's fine.
Tecotuhautl tribulations,
Eh.
trials.
it's too nebulous.
It's
It's
I
too
don't know.
nebulous.
It's great.
like that. It's like that Weezer song.
Hey, can you drop some options in the chat so people can choose?
Yeah, we
It sounds
just-
like
we
the big
wanna
things
know what's
that
going
we're
on.
talking about are dealing with the demon, dealing with the berry brambles, berry bramblet is what I accidentally wrote. Dealing with the sun gold and the dragons, and dealing with Demaug and the Aboleth question mark. Which I just typed in the chat.
Confirmed Aboleth.
Semi-confirmed Aboleth.
Am I confirmed?
Confirmed.
What if it's not that Aboleth?
Ooh. It's just like another random Aboleth that showed up. It'd be awful.
Maybe that Aboleth
There
has
are
shooters.
other canon Aboleths in this world.
There are. Oh, great.
Thanks,
Hey,
Nudge.
thanks for the sub.
Oh, come
look.
give us up.
Nudge.
Oh, thanks,
Nudge.
Nudge. Oh, that's with a sub, so that's worth at least 2.
That's
Yeah.
worth.
Actually, that's worth the entire choice.
Hey, maybe that should be a rule. If you sub when you make a choice.
It's the veto card
Yeah.
of all of it, right?
If we ever get to the point where multiple subs happen at once, then it's a vote.
Right. Or people holding back their subs for the right point. Oh, I'm gonna sub maybe next week.
Oh,
I
okay.
have a good choice. I really want to make a good choice.
Fair. Connor saying that their vote also should count double.
Where, Connor, when did you sub?
Right
At
at
the beginning of
the
stream.
top.
Oh, damn fine. I missed that part.
So
My
it's
bad.
fine. So we've got Shadow War votes, many Shadow War votes. Rai, you're back. Did you notice Vanal? By the way, did you hear Vanal? Vanal's a previous player character.
I assumed as much. You're
Yeah.
like, they're an old adventurer, and I was like, this is an old player of yours.
Oh shit.
Not one of Ryan's, but Ryan knows the guy. And my tablet's running out of love, out of juice. All right.
Plug it in. Glade that shit, man.
From where
Plug
I
it
am.
in.
I can't from where I am, and I lost my charger, my good charger, during the move. So I have a bad charger for it that is bad.
What? We'll discuss this in break.
We will discuss at break, and maybe need an early break.
No.
So you know, stream.
Great. So it sounds like Shadow Wars / with a leaning towards Avalon, right?
Okay, cool.
So
I can do it. I can
Great.
take it.
So Shadow Wars. So, what are your plans? You got to deal with this Avalon in some way.
Bless you.
Ever fought an aboleth before?
Briefly.
How did we?
I think I stabbed it maybe once.
I
Maybe.
have a feeling there was
I
some
don't
sort
know.
of like.
That was a while ago.
Yes,
I
how did
forget.
we summon it last time? I don't think so.
No, we didn't summon it. We were raiding that turtle king, his castle, and then the aboleth just came in with some cronies and was like, I can solve all your problems. And we were like, no, you can't. You are a problem. And then he was like, I'll never forget this.
So maybe
Basically.
we need to have a stakeout until the aboleth contacts one of its. Oh, well, I guess aboleths don't need to contact anybody because they speak via thing-a-thing.
Yeah. Well, they lack water.
We're just going to
So-
swim? Because I don't.
No. But, like, maybe the docks are a good... But it smelled like salt. Is there... Maybe we could just snoop around the campaign building and see if, there's some water underneath.
It's going to be a very bad look for a presidential candidate to be snooping around another presidential candidate's office. So yeah, let's do that.
Okay. I was going to
That's
say,
why you have
whoever sees you
suspicious cohorts.
when
Exactly.
you don't want to be seen.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so we go in for proof. Maybe they are. What time is it in the day? Is it night?
Afternoon.
Afternoon? Before or after lunch?
After lunch.
It's after.
Now-
All right.
lunch.
It is afternoon then.
Ate lunch at like 3.
You wake up.
Okay, I get that. Yeah.
How do work cycles work? in this game?
So
Are there labor unions? Do the people leave at a certain time? That's my question, I guess. Like, are we like?
Are we just gonna? We
It's
could
like a
just follow
siesta.
Denise.
Denny.
Denise.
Good.
See, now I'm thinking about the Dune trailer. Yeah. It looks good. We could do that.
Shadow Denise.
Yeah.
We can shadow Denise. All right.
Like
let's-
she can't take all 4 of us.
Well, I'm assuming she won't see us because we are shadows.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I got
But-
this. Sure, we could be very shadowy for about an hour, if you like.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you can pass.
Possibly, yeah,
can-
a shadow veil. It looks is similar. Yeah.
Great. All right. You begin. You wait for Denise to leave, which is in several hours. We'll say that they are closing up at around 6, right? She leaves with a number of bodyguards, half-orcs, in particular, some Goliaths, all very large and militant. And they begin to walk. Why don't you all, so you're tailing them, right?
So the building's empty now? Should we just go in there then? If we
There's
waited a
probably
couple.
some people around. It's up to you. Actually, that seems like a lovely audience decision, right?
Yeah.
Should they tail Demau or explore the campaign building?
AKA, should we tail or Watergate?
Yes.
It's tailed or game.
Should they tailgate or Watergate?
Tailgate.
Is this Aboleth Gate? I don't like it.
It's 100% Aboleth Gate. Is that? Should I name the YouTube episode Aboleth Gate?
I mean,
I don't know.
Saltwater
I think
sock
that
puppets is
Trash
pretty
Gardener
unique.
had the best one.
What was
Which
it?
is
Looking.
It was Saltwater Gate.
Saltwater Gate.
Saltwater
Yeah.
Gate. There we go.
Duh.
That's good. Although Trash is just tailgate.
So we have 2 tailgates. Feeling good for tailing and gating.
Okay. All right. All right.
So yeah, I think you're going to pregame as well, right? That's how that works.
Yeah. Finn is constantly drinking.
What to say?
I mean, I'm out of cocktails, so I'm drinking some seltzer water.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm still drinking.
Whatever credits due.
I'm sorry, Nudge.
Nudge. It's okay. Mwah, love you, Laura.
It was you. It was you, Laura. I'm sorry.
So I think we're on tailgate.
Tailgating.
Is anybody else
Tailgate.
once going twice for the votes?
Looks like it.
Great.
I gotta find it. There it is.
All right. You begin to follow this. She's going back to her fortress-like accommodations, which it occurs to you are not far from the water. Let's see if they notice you following them. If everybody would be so kind as to roll stealth checks, and if somebody wants to pass without trace, that'll give you all +10.
I got a
I can't.
22.
That's me. +10.
Okay,
Everything
Oh, you're
got a
giving us the
6.
+10?
What?
No,
You're-
that's for pass without a trace.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want to go for it.
That's what I did. Yeah.
Okay,
It's,
great.
Oh yeah, I was okay.
Then I got 32.
oh, damn.
I got 31.
I got 19, so I'm glad I did it.
And that
I
was
think
a
you did it.
16 for Gwen. Shit.
Yeah.
All right. So, as you are walking, she turns to one of her guards and whispers in his ear, and that guard turns. He's got a big truncheon in his hand, and he's looking around, actively searching for you all as they continue down towards her mansion. 16 wasn't enough for you to be caught, but it was enough for them to be suspicious.
Can we go around him and still follow?
It will require another stealth check with disadvantage because you're being actively searched for.
Okay.
So
Or-
if we're rolling with disadvantage, is it hit against his passive?
Yes.
I like those odds.
Or
You too.
Where?
you can try to wait until he's all alone and take him out.
I don't see the point in violence at this particular
I'm
junction.
assuming
I'll follow
he
my
is a
captain.
citizen of this city, and I don't. It would also look bad if I hit somebody.
Oh,
But maybe it's an Aboleth. So, you know,
it's a 23,
Just
but
asking.
it could have been a 33, John.
Well, I'm just a jerk, apparently.
27.
I just want to
How
I
are
want to beat Shadow once on the stealth check.
19.
19? Great.
14.
14?
14 with a 4.
He sees you, and when he does, gills split along his neck that splay out. Anybody who's proficient in perception has a pretty high modifier.
Not me.
I mean, I am proficient.
Perception? Yeah, I got +3.
Those of you proficient in perception
I have a
can
lot higher than that.
hear the high-pitched squeal that is
This-
radiating out of these gills. It's so high-pitched that only those that are particularly tuned to hearing things can notice it.
Oh, goodness.
It's like a dog whistle. All right.
Right. I would like all of you all to roll initiative.
Cool.
Well, even with advantage, that's just a 14.
15.
16.
That's 16.
Hold on one second, just a second. I'm going to need those numbers in just a second. I grabbed the wrong card.
Oh, God.
I know. All right, so 16. Who went above 16?
I got the 16.
I also got a 16.
I got a 15.
I'm going to roll for you guys for a tiebreaker. All right, he's still going first. You also got a 16. Then it's Euclid.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's Walker. Gwyn, what did you have?
15.
Wow. And then 14 for... Everybody was in 3 numbers. 14 for Finn. All right. So this has gone out. And then water starts gushing from his gills onto the ground, creating a slick area around him. What's up?
Is this a spell?
It is not.
Okay.
All right.
Does it smell like anything? Can I?
It smells like fetid salt water.
Ew.
Like salt water that's been left to stand.
Ew.
Interesting.
All right. He is going to go first. He is going to claw through the air at Walker, and you're going to feel the psychic reverberations of the claw hit your mind. Walker, I need you to make a DC 15 Wisdom save.
Oh,
He
goodness.
sees Walker with a 27 stealth?
He only saw me.
It's like,
He saw Euclid. It was a group stealth thing. We can.
Okay, because I was getting ready to roll with advantage. I was like, well, he only sees Euclid.
No. Let me look. I guess you're not within 30 feet of him. So,
okay.
It'll be Euclid that he's doing this to.
I love
Cool.
that.
Sorry,
Wisdom
Zeke.
is not my strong suit.
Wisdom?
Yes, DC 15.
Alright. So right... Why? Oh, saving throw is plus 3. Great. Great, 20. 30.
20? Great. You are not affected by whatever psychic effect it attempted to wield against you.
Great.
All right. That brings us to Euclid.
Great. I'm going to cast Tongues, which means I have to roll this thing. And then I'm going to make, within that noise that it made before, I'm going to use that language that it used. Oh, so glad that wasn't a 1. That was very close. I'm going to try to make a similar noise to, but like through that language that it used. I'm going to speak with that language to tell them, oh, sorry, just stubbed my toe. Sorry about that.
False alarm.
False alarm.
The screech is still reverberating, and it's alarm. The attack is finally coming.
Well,
It's a little hard. This will be a very difficult performance or deception check to say "stub my toe."
I'll take it.
That'd be great.
I mean, yes. You said performance or deception? Cool.
Correct.
Great. Well, that's great because it's a nat 20. So
That's fine. Right.
Yeah.
So, sure. You great.
Sorry, I just fucked up your shit.
No,
It's so
not
great when the DM's
my
like,
shit. It's me
Great.
now recalibrating as to what happens next. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Like, it's not like I'm like, oh, he got me. It's okay. So what happens now? Right? No judgment. Just like, what does that mean? How do they interpret that? What is okay? Great. Walker.
Okay. So we just need proof that she is working with Aboleth. So all we need is this one alive. So don't kill it. So I'm going to at least weaken it, though. Let's see. Oh, it still doesn't see me. So I can just leap at it. I'm going to attack from behind with my rapier. It does not have the poison soul gem in it.
Got it.
Soul gems. Skyrim. We're in Skyrim, y'all.
Is it a black soul gem? Greater? Grand?
Here's the thing. I'm always thinking of Madoka instead of Skyrim whenever I say soul gem. That's a nat 20 to hit.
Great. So you
It's
come.
non-lethal.
It's spectacular. Roll double your dice. So the scimitar, I believe, does your attack does 3 more d6. So you're rolling 8d6 and adding your dex to damage.
Me stabbing him. Don't kill him! Okay. 12.
Sorry. So far behind.
You can clap.
All right, so that is 45 damage.
45.
Yes.
All right. At 46 remaining hit points.
My jaw just dropped so hard that it literally popped.
I rolled these dice. I got 3 6s on my d6, so that was very nice.
So your scimitar comes out of his front, covered in seaweed and algae.
Okay. Still don't kill this one.
That's like straight up an aboleth. You just stabbing an aboleth, boy.
And as you pull it out, there's no blood, just saltwater, seaweed, clams, and other underwater mollusks, various other underwater creations. Your squiggling at the end of your scimitar, when you pull it back out, is a speared hagfish covered in mucus. Great.
I'm gonna
just made a fish.
I am gonna use my bonus action disengage just so I can wipe off my blade because I don't like.
Great. Gwyn.
Yes. Gonna radiant damage.
Great.
Moonbeam it.
Confirming, John, your all spell damage for you is lethal damage, correct?
No. It's case by case. Radiant, I can absolutely see not necessarily being lethal except against undead, but like fire and acid and lightning. Yeah.
Oh, I could do that instead. That seems a lot more fun. I could totally go with lethal instead.
No, we should keep him alive.
I'm just listening to my captain.
It's a case by case thing for the spell, right? I just don't see non-lethal lightning bolts, for example, right? Just no.
Just don't electrify things. I got it. So let's do. I also rolled a natural 20.
And there's that.
Look, man, it's 20s or 1s in this house.
The dice are speaking. All right, what was it? What was your attack roll? What was it?
Oh, my attack roll. I apologize. I will do that.
I'm sorry. What were you attacking with?
Oh, I was doing Moonbeam.
Oh, great. You need to roll an attack roll. It's a saving throw.
I know. I was rolling it for fun.
Oh, that's so sad. To waste that 20. All right, great. It is the moonlight shimmers down and burns it. I believe Moonbeam does extra damage to things that are not their natural form. It's going to do that extra damage.
Cool. I got 14.
Great. The skin on it begins to bubble and melt underneath the burning radiance, and you see that it is just a living amalgam of sea life. And none of the pleasant sea life, like cucumbers and various other things of the deep, melded together into a vaguely humanoid form.
Cucumbers are delicious.
The thief version?
Cucumbers probably aren't. Great. How much damage was it, Gwen?
14.
It's at 32.
Great. I cast a 3rd level magic missile. It hits for 15 damage. Then I run up to, I use a quicken spell for a green flame blade. Can I do fire damage if it's like cauterizing a wound? Would that be non-lethal? Like a lightsaber chopping off an arm.
Yeah. Because I'm in the shock, but it'll be fine.
I wanted to pass out from the shock. That's a nat 20.
Are you serious?
I'm rolling with advantage because I'm hidden.
All right, I'm changing.
It was also a 3.
This is just.
You need dice cams. No, I'm kidding.
Subscribe to or join our Patreon or subscribe to us so we can all afford to get second webcams, and we will.
I'm actually working on it. Once I have my table, which showed up broken today, and I have to get it resent in because I just moved. I have a potential lead on the second webcam for comments.
Is 39. So sun up to sundown, that is 54 damage that I just did?
Sure. So you go in and you slash, and the smell of cooked seafood fills the room, fills the place, as the mollusks and clams shatter and fall to the ground. The skin suit that they were inside, utterly burnt, manipulated, and destroyed. You have no proof. What you have is a street covered in rotting seafood.
You said not to kill this one.
I didn't. I went for the ankles. I'm short. I'm shorter than the rest of you.
Well,
the only reason you're not being swarmed with other things right now is Euclid giving you a little bit of respite, but you know that if it called out for things, there are things nearby. The question when we come back from the break will be, looking for, what are you looking at? Right?
Yeah.
But we're going to take our 10-minute break. It is 11:30. I will see you all at 11:40.
A little heebie-jeebies.
All right. See you soon. All right. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dice, Drinks, and Drama. We are outside Denise DeMount's home, and that has apparently got fish creatures somewhere close enough by for it to be a call out to them. For a call out to them to make sense. So they are outside this place now, figuring out what to do. What are you thinking of doing?
What do we see? Are there other people? Is this like an empty street?
It's an empty street, perhaps suspiciously so.
Right.
Why don't you make perception checks for me?
Okay.
I'll do it. I'm also going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Ooh.
What's the rating on that?
Huh?
What's
30
the
feet.
rating?
30 feet.
30?
Yeah. Shadow Veil's still up though. So.
Sure.
I'm a 7, so.
So I can detect any thoughts from any creature around me, even if they're invisible, for 30 feet.
I got a 15 on perception.
Oh my god, you guys are so loud. Stop thinking. Please stop for like a second. Just like meditate, please.
So, for the audience's sake, I think what Euclid is hearing from Finn, at least, is oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh shit.
Walker's just like, that was delicious.
Your detect thoughts is pretty brutal right now, as you can see the number of alien minds in the sewers right underneath your location, and unfortunately in the houses nearby.
Good thing I have tongues that I can actually understand what they're thinking too.
Indeed, that doesn't mean that it's any better. It's lots of thoughts of they're all bound to a single hive mind, but still with thoughts of hunger. You think there might be more creatures, lesser versions of the creature you just saw, that are in and about you nearby.
Harry, they're in the houses nearby as well. We could like kidnap someone's mom. Oh god, I'm so sorry. This is a lot. They're like in the sewers as well. There's a lot of them.
Well, okay. Well, maybe you should turn that off if it's hurting you.
No, we can use to find one. Specifically one.
Which one? Can you heal them? Are they like... Is there
like,
one alone?
It's like people are screaming all around me, so I can just follow the voices that are towards which way you want me to go.
Can you hear Demog's mind, maybe?
What's the Mog?
Isn't that her name?
The Denise, the dwarf.
Oh,
The reason we're here.
was it? Sorry, John. Was that response?
Not within 30 feet.
No,
Not
I can't
within
hear it.
30 feet. Well, then she must be inside. Do we want to follow that? Yeah, I guess we've got to figure out what's happening, huh?
So you're not far from the sea. You could go into this house. You could also go into the sewers and see where it connects to the ocean. You could investigate these houses that are nearby. They're more like apartment buildings, right? With the one nice house in the neighborhood being Denise's, right? Or you could walk right past the house and go to the ocean and see if there's something going on there. It occurs, there's a presumption of what I'm saying, that you in some way want to investigate the connection of this area to the ocean. There might be some other thing you want to try to do. It sounds like you want to capture one of them.
Alright,
All I needed was proof that she was working with, what are those things called?
Aboleths.
Aboleth. Because then we should go back and talk to our shiny knight friend, but I just sent him on a wild goose chase, so I have no idea where he is.
Well, he did say he trusts us, so I think a detailed recounting of her personal bodyguard being split open into nothing but mollusks and seaweed is probably proof enough.
I feel like the people we're convincing of this is not the a random diplomat from another city. It's,
Yeah.
everyone else.
Now, here's the thing. Even if we expose this aboleth as an aboleth, I mean, it's just going to use its same, like, democratic ploy to sway the will of the people, like it almost did us. Yes. So is finding this thing even just enough? Should we destroy it?
Well, yeah, we probably should.
You
Should
think you could stand up against an aboleth?
By itself, the four of us? Yeah, maybe. I haven't used too much of my magics.
Now that I'm thinking of it, didn't he say that there was a general and an army underwater somewhere controlled by aboleths? So maybe the four of us can't take on an army.
Yeah, that's why I said by itself.
Look, no, I think we could take on an army. An army is doable. An aboleth is not.
I think it's doable. I think we could do it.
I think the concern was both simultaneously without.
I it could control your mind. It could just do it like that.
I mean, I'm speaking for me. There's not a whole lot for it to control.
You got those claws on like stuff and those cute scales, you know?
Oh, you think my scales are cute?
Oh, they're nice.
Thank you. I like your worm.
So do we report? Do we report or do we investigate further?
Look,
I'm gonna hide in the meantime.
Yeah, let's hide in the meantime.
I'm definitely for a report at the moment, Captain.
Yes, I think we need to report this and then come up with a better plan than storm their stronghold with the four of us.
Yeah. But I've like Metal Gear Solided myself under a barrel because I'm at 32 for my stealth.
Great. So this is happening. One of the nearby apartment doors creaks open. and another of these ill-made fish people walks out. And you can sort of see, now that you're paying attention to it, how the joints aren't quite 100% correct. How the skin suit that it's inside is not perfect. And that they move with a little bulbousness and squamousness as they begin investigating. One of them comes up
John.
and begins towing the material that you've left on the ground.
You can't use the word squamous without just showing your hand, your Lovecraftian hand.
I read a bunch of Lovecraft as a teenager.
Squamous. Squamous. Sorry.
Squamous?
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
I don't know which one it is. I don't know.
I've always heard squamous, but it could be wrong. At least I didn't say non-Euclidean.
Yet.
At least you did.
Are we about to walk into the witch house? Where's Brown Jenkins?
His name is Euclid.
Yeah.
So non-Euclidean, which is a thing Lovecraft. Anyway,
How many more jokes can we make?
so what are you doing?
We can walk around this, yes? If you still got...
Do you want to take him in? This one.
I've got rope. You've even better. You gave Gwen that webby thing.
Oh yeah, Gwen, you've got the webby
it'll
thing.
scream. Does anyone have like some sort of spell that makes people quiet?
Wait, can't you like web its skills?
Like silence? No. I'm more of a big noise kind of spellcaster.
Well, I know.
Which is not what we need now.
Okay, but it is useful in certain situations.
Its gills are clearly about to open and release the same noise if you don't do something.
And rabbit.
I'll willingly try to. Can I see if I can even use this weapon to begin with, John?
Sure. You're gonna point the web and attempt it.
Yes.
Green goo flies out of the end of the web. The creature finds itself stuck in it, and why don't you roll a dexterity-based attack roll? It's definitely stuck in it. If you succeed in hitting this creature's armor class, you'll cover its mouth and gills and prevent it from speaking.
And also,
what about the roll I made while I was saying that action, or should I re-roll again? Because I'll re-roll again.
I think you should re-roll again.
I do too, because you didn't want to hear that number.
Because if it had been a 2, you would not be asking this question.
It was definitely a 20.
I know. But
And
I asked for it if it were a 2.
Oh my god.
Please don't say it's a 1.
It's a 20.
No.
No, I'm not kidding. Like, why would I ever botch a roll?
I believe
Of all people.
I was gonna say you two can keep each other accountable.
No, why would I botch a roll?
You would never
Fate.
botch a roll. But this is for the audience.
This is for the audience.
Man,
My God, it's a 20. It's actually a 20.
I don't need
I'm the last person.
I understand. We just had so many 20s. I had to confirm it.
I
I'm
know.
sorry.
This is not an occasion for censorship or attack. This is a celebration. And all right.
Also, for anyone who doesn't personally know that probably broke your brain a little.
Yes. Now I'll enter Carter's room. No,
Awesome. I really wish we could do
there's
that.
a fan theory of that.
Now there's some non-Euclidean geometry for you.
exactly. All right. So it's covered in goo, trapped on the ground, clawing, but its face is covered. It cannot make noise.
Great. All right, so we tackle it and we bring it home.
Yeah, I skitter out. I keep the barrel on, but I skitter like a hermit crab, and I pull out my rope and I tie it up.
Speaking of strange bottom-dwelling creatures,
Oh God!
when you grab the thing, sea urchin-like spikes shoot out of it towards your hand. Did you make a dexterity saving throw?
Not a 20.
No.
Your hands
That's-
away in just enough time to see the spikes juddering out, tipped with poison.
It's a 16. Am I good?
Oh, I thought you said a 20. And a
I said
16
it's not a 20. I
Oh,
was
not a
Oh,
20.
I thought you said another 20. I was like,
the DC was 12, so you're fine.
okay. Great, cool.
Okay.
But yeah, and then they twitter and retract back into the thing's body. It's clawing and going crazy.
If only there were some way we could just like capture the image as proof and then show said image.
Starts clawing at its chest.
No.
Tell it to stop.
Reaches in and pulls out a wriggling jellyfish covered with trailing tentacles and flings it at Finn's face.
Okay, I have at least half cover from the barrel.
No, you're standing on top of it trying to pick it
Oh,
up.
that's true. Okay.
So it's flinging a jellyfish in your face. It's going to hit. I need you to make a DC 12 Constitution save.
Is it poison?
It is.
Okay, so I have advantage. That's a nat 20, so it doesn't matter.
Are you
Great.
fucking
You step
kidding
away,
me?
and the jellyfish splats on a nearby wall, and you see its tendrils twitching, clearly poisonous. And it hits you. Sorry, it hits you, and you rip it off and throw it to the ground. It wasn't a dex save, so
Oh, well.
concept. You're not stung. The creature then continues ripping at its flesh. You want something to do, Gwen?
Oh no, I would just like to say, could we like kind of make a kind of temporary rule that if anyone rolls a nat 20, again they have to re-roll for the rest of the session?
No. No.
I will, look, I'll move my webcam to show you guys.
I believe you all. All right.
I don't need receipts.
It's ripping its flesh until it once
I'm
again
going to
is
scream
nothing
at it.
but a discarded group of now rotting seed things.
I want to
Oh,
whisper in into its ear, which is
Mhm.
available before it does that, if it's possible. If you don't stop, we will burn every inch of you slowly while you feel it. You're never going to recover. You're going to live, I promise you that. But you will feel the burning for hours. Now you
Make
stop.
a insight check.
Insight.
Mhm.
It's in that tongues, by the way. So we
I
can
know
hear
it.
me. Okay.
Yeah, so I can't give the help action by like...
Giving a thumbs up now.
No, I was gonna like make some fire real quick.
Insight.
Yeah.
15. Just straight 15.
This creature is non-sentient and is operating entirely on programming.
Oh.
Yeah, hive minds. Shit.
Well,
Now, it's
some of
not
them.
a full hive mind. It's not that its eyes and ears are being seen and heard through. It's that it's lived long enough. Actually, Gwen, why don't you make a nature check while you're watching this thing fall apart to figure out what's going on with it?
That's more normal. We are going to be going with a 9.
A 9? That's actually enough.
9.
Pretty simple. The skin suit is actual skin. What these are the people that fell off the coast of Capitus Rex, the Corsairs, and their insides over time underwater have slowly been eaten and melted away, leaving them full of sea creatures that are controlled in a hive mind programmed style.
Okay, so I want to empty the rest of this skin out so that we can take at least the skin back with us.
So the skin is in very bad shape and it's not proof of anything.
It's one of the people. Oh, you said that was off the coast of Populous Rex?
Yes.
Oh, crap. I thought they were using my people. I was like, it's somebody.
So they've been moved in. Now here's the thing. This district did have people living. What happened to them?
That's true, too. So, wait, they're just abducting citizens? Like, what? Not under my regime. Like, what? Okay, so how do we stop this?
Well, it looks like we got to just go at it, right?
We could just burn it all.
Yeah, I was like, you could just set this
We
up.
just like our big old house. It's a manor house, right, John?
You cut out.
Sorry.
For me, at least.
It's a manor house, right? The big old
Right.
house that she's in.
Right.
Why don't we just chuck some sort of flame thing, combustible stuff in it?
Do that.
Fireball.
No.
I could-
I mean something that makes it more combustible. Yes, wood. Wood holds up pretty well, but if it's not, super dry.
Are you a devout follower of skim and of the brewing sort?
Well, I could always see if I can whip something up for you, if you'd like.
Like now?
Yeah,
Could you do it now?
sure.
Sure. So you need some water, and there's a well nearby
Sure.
in order to brew up an explosive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you go and you run over to the well and you pull it up, and the water reeks. This is supposed to be fresh water, but it reeks of rotting seawater. It is utterly befouled.
There's something in the well. It sucks the life out of you. That's a color. Yes, we're hitting every Lovecraft this episode.
You like that I knew your 2-line quote from a random ass Lovecraft short story?
Random ass. It is the best.
It is the best, but it's not one of the most read.
It should be.
It should be. It's my favorite.
Mhm.
It's my second favorite. Music of Eric Zahn is my favorite, but that's one nobody knows.
A solid choice.
Anyway.
We can't just burn up the building, though, because if what's-her-name Demug lives, which I don't even know if it's really her, it could just be a skin suit as well, then she is a martyr and not a, I don't know, fish person.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Don't you have to have a following to be a martyr? Like
Now,
a
you've
cause?
been very close to Demug. She is unlikely to be one of these.
Mm-hmm.
However, the best case scenario for her is that she's one of the Aboleth's mind slayers. That is the best case for her morality, right? Or she is willfully working with this in order to get her power.
Oh, even worse.
I don't remember her acting very strange when she saw us the first time. And if it were the Aboleth talking through her, then it would have recognized us immediately.
Well, it is Trixie, so I doubt it would show its hand. It's pretty smart.
I feel like we would have gotten a twitch or something from them at least, like a raised brow or a "oh, these thoughts" kind of response.
Didn't she
Yeah,
have a
because we
smell,
were
though?
kind of fucked.
All right,
My
so
language.
we retreat and we bring reinforcements to this quarter because we know, like, everybody else, it seems like, or we could just, lead an expedition into the sewer.
What we
Sewer's
do-
probably the better bet. They might try to, like, play
They're going to
human.
attack through the sewer. If they're going to attack the town, if you win, they'll lead attack through the sewer. Why don't we just collapse that bit at the end? Oh wait,
Well, we should.
back up
We need
to-
plumbing. Plumbing's
that's bad.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could.
So we're doing community service and cleaning out the sewers?
Or setting traps.
Not the first time I've done community service.
Crab traps.
Crab traps.
Crab traps. In the sewers.
So just so you all know, due to moving shenanigans, my tablet's at 3%.
Oh,
So it'll die at some point, and I won't be able to see the chat, but I will be relayed important things from the chat by my compatriots.
Oh, yes.
God.
Okay.
I thought you would disappear
No.
when you were saying that.
The tablet with which I am on Twitch, not my computer, which is how I'm connected to you all.
I rolled a nat 1 on my anxiety check right then.
No. I'm the computer is fine. It's my ability to connect to Twitch that is.
Great.
I try to go on my computer, but it seems like a lot of.
Nah.
Why don't I just attack Demug in public?
No.
No, don't just attack your.
How about this?
You're just offering yourself up to be used.
I disguise myself as my father and attack one of her bodyguards, outing her position and entwining a son of a bitch.
Unfortunately, you're having this conversation, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I
it
was gonna
takes
say.
a long time, and you hear a bubbling coming from the well
Oh god.
and from sewer grates nearby, and you begin to see saltwater ooze out of the sewer grates and ooze over the edge of the well, and many little red dots in sets of 3 being reflected in the water.
No.
We run.
We run.
Hello.
All right.
Run.
Run.
I would like everybody to roll initiative for me as the doors nearby slam open and sea spawn. These creatures that you have seen begin to flow out. There are a dozen of them running in your direction.
22.
21.
20.
Oh, fine.
It's a reg 20. That's like a money 20. Like a
A
not
money 20? I like it.
Money.
Well, that's what I'm going to use now
Money.
for nat 20. But I meant to be math 20 as a math
What
20.
did I get?
Um,
Give me just a second, y'all.
Fight music, y'all. Been listening to the same fight music for weeks.
Alright, the sea spawn are going at 17.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, and if I use Apolex, it's gonna be a Lovecraftian.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
It has
Dirty
to.
fish.
I still like Euclid Clanton and the Calamari of Cruelty
Yes.
Such a good
as
name.
a B-side or a just regular track.
I mean, I would listen to that track like at least twice.
Is that a track? That sounds like a
Alright,
band.
who had above 17?
I
got
should
a
get
20.
a Korg.
I think we all did.
Wild. Alright, so who has the highest then? Sorry.
I got a 25.
Great. While you're doing that, I'm searching.
Walker. Who's after 25 then?
22 for Finn.
My first mate.
Christ. Who's next?
21.
21 for Gwyn.
I'm lost. Got the 20.
And 20.
Just
for,
the regular 20.
Oh gosh, such a low initiative. My C-spawn going at 17, I was like, they'll go before me.
I have to search for more headphones, by the way, because whenever Vic rolled that nat 20, I got so excited that I threw my headphones off, and it fell into my sake. So I have to look for other ones.
Sure. Well, be back for your natural 20 that is 4th in the round. Or not natural 20, 20 that is 4th in the round. All right, Walker.
I'm glad I have that effect on you.
Coming from 4 different buildings nearby are 3 sea spawn each. Something is bubbling in the well as well.
So it's like, are we surrounded?
Yes.
Great.
3 sets coming from in front of you. Sorry, 6 coming from in front of you, 6 coming from behind you in different clumps.
And what did they look like? Are they like tiny little crabs? What am I fighting?
I'll show you the official picture for Sea Spawn, which is my inspiration for these.
Ah,
Okay.
And
okay.
that's this with a skin suit, a human skin suit, and filled with, and not quite humanoid like that, but filled with all manner of sea creatures. They're what is left of the consciousness of the enslaved Aboleth minions. But most of their body replaced by the sea creatures that have eaten them over the course of months and years. What are you doing?
Let's see. I'm going to. Well, then I'll just attack one of them. The one of them behind me.
Great, so you're running to the
Wait,
one.
where is an opening? Whichever one will lead me to an opening out.
Sure,
That's your
one
next
behind you guys. Great. All right, so there's 6 behind you, and you're attacking one of the ones behind you. Roll that attack roll.
Okay,
You are hidden, I think.
Am I?
You
I
said
am?
you were?
We did hide, right?
Finn was the only person who rolled that.
Yeah.
Then no.
I was.
You can get engaged with only one of them. You won't get advantage, but you will get sneak attack.
Okay.
Swashbucklers.
So I'm gonna roll. Let's see. 16 to hit.
Great, that hits. Armor class is 11.
Perfect.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
So my sneak attack. 21.
21. Great. It's at 11 remaining hit points as you stab into it, and again, mucus, slime, jellyfish come across the edge of your scimitar as you pull it out, and they just begin spilling out like guts onto the ground.
I'm eating good in this neighborhood.
Great. Finn.
How many of the other sea spawn behind us, seeing that our captain is trying to make an expeditious retreat, could I catch in a fireball without getting captain?
As I see it, without you could get all 6, including the captain, so 7, or any of the groups of 3.
I can.
You've got evasion.
I've got evasion.
I've got full faith in my captain. I'm just fireballing my way out.
This is not 7th level. Are you?
Yes, I am 7th level.
Oh,
wait, no.
Yeah.
I'm 6.
Yeah. We're.
You get evasion at 7?
We get evasion at 7. I'm thinking uncanny dodge. Damn.
That sucks ass.
I know. One more.
No. Then I'm not gonna.
Then don't.
I
don't have evasion.
So I'll get the 3 on the other side, away from where the captain is.
Great. So you summon forth Draconic Flame and shoot it out. The ball spins, lands in the middle of them, and explodes.
Yes.
Roll that 8d6 for me.
I will. DC is 15, so
Great.
you know. I'm bringing up my Discord because it has a rolling bot. My Wednesday kids will be like, why did he just roll 8d6 for no reason? 31 damage!
31. Well, fun fact, they have 32 hit points. So, 2 of them are at 1, and 1 of them is at 17.
Okay. I could do a thing to make it slightly more... I'm not gonna... Wait! 31 plus 4, because it's fire, and of my draconic sorcery, so 35.
For a moment, it looked as though they were going to survive.
Just a moment.
And
then they melt into piles of seafood on the ground, leaving just 1 in that group. There are still 4 between you and running out of this district.
I quicken spell for a fire bolt, which is a 24 to hit the one that was engaged with Summer, Walker and Summer. And that is 14 plus 4. 18 damage.
18?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you slice it down. It was claws, right?
No, that was my firebolt.
The firebolt. You summon forth the bolt of flame, you shoot it, and it burns and twists and falls to the ground, leaving 3 remaining between you and the exit.
And then I skitter like a little hermit crab towards my captain.
Great. The water is getting deeper. Soon it will be difficult terrain as somehow this water is oozing out of everywhere. But you're next to Walker. Great. That brings us to Gwyn.
Moonbeam at 3rd.
You could hit all 3. You could hit the 2 that are near Walker. You could hit the 1 that is damaged from the fireball, or you could hit any 3 entire groups of the ones that are in front of you.
I'm happy to go for the ones in the front
Great.
of me
So
now.
they're going to take that extra damage because they are not in their natural forms. One of them is passing. Always the middle one.
I mean, you make that choice. You could make it the left or the right if you ever wanted to.
No, I'm rolling the dice to the line.
Oh, you roll like left to right? Okay.
So it's always
23?
the middle one that passes hilariously. So far. I mean, it's been 2 times. How much was it?
23.
23? All right. All of them.
I cast at 3.
The 2 are at 9, and then the one in the center takes 11 and is at 21. As the beams of light burn through their skin suits. All right. So, Euclid. I wrote Zeke for some reason. Everybody characters' names, but
What?
you.
So, because I was on my wild search for headphones, there's 2 that may attack us currently.
No, they're all going to be within range to come and get you.
Oh, great.
3 that have been burnt by the moonbeam, 3 that are undamaged, behind you now, or towards the manor.
Okay.
Towards this gate, there are there's 1 that's at 13 and 2 that are undamaged.
Cool. And which direction? Which direction were you running?
You are running away from the mansion. At least that's what Walker has done so far.
Great.
And
Wonderful.
Finn.
Then I'm
And
gonna
Finn.
cast hypnotic
mate.
pattern at the large group behind us.
Sure. Is it a cone?
It is. Well, let us see. God. Cube.
What size cube?
30 foot.
Great. You can hit any one of the 2 groups. So either all 3 that have been undamaged, or the 3 that have been damaged by the moonbeam.
I'll take the all 3 that are undamaged.
Great. What's the DC?
Oh, it's a concentration. Oh, goodness. Oh. Well, we'll
Lose
take it.
tongues.
That's fine. 15 is the DC.
Great. What does your hypnotic pattern look like?
Just say it's skim shirtless.
Great.
Just Jesus.
And the sea spawn look at it and claw at each of them sees a shirtless skim in front of them, and they're clawing at it, but they can't quite get it, as they are stunned, I believe, is hypnotic pattern. All right. So those 3 sea spawn re-roll their saves. They are, one of them is freed from the hypnotic pattern, but the other 2 are not.
Okay.
But that's still their turn. Then the other 3 are going to run towards Gwyn. They got moonbeamed, and they're going to claw at Gwyn. Gwyn, what is your armor class?
My armor class, I think it's 16. Yeah.
16? All right, so first, 6 claws. You said 13?
I said 16.
16.
God, how would I have 13?
I mean,
They're missed 3 times, but hit 3 times. Their claws rip through the human skin and tear into you, and they're like shark's teeth, moray eel teeth, sharp pieces of scale, just any sort of sharp things were pushed into the hands, right? And you're going to take, you were hit 3 times, 12 damage.
John?
Then, one of them distends its jaw and
Ugly.
just like utterly opens, ripping the human flesh, and it's all barnacles and mollusks and other sharp things, and it reaches down to bite at you, Gwyn, like what Zeke is doing. It's going to hit. You're going to be bitten for another 4 damage.
Oof.
Then another one is going to rip open its chest, and an octopus tentacle is going to come out and try to grab you. It's going to miss. And then the last one is going to start retching jellyfish all over you. Tiny, tiny jellyfish with their terrible stingers. It needs to hit, which it does. So first of all, you straight up take 3 poison damage. And then you need to make a DC 12 con save.
Oh my gosh. Dude.
Pass.
Nice.
Pass?
Like, just on the...
Great.
my
They're not poisoned. Then there's 3 more. They're all coming at Walker, right? Those 3 are also biting. They're beginning with their claws. What's your claw situation?
17.
Great. Armor class situation is what I meant. 1,
I
2,
know.
3, 4. I'm holding the scene in my brain very carefully right now. You're being hit 4 times for 16 damage. You can
Okay.
have one of those if you want to.
Are there any more that are going to attack me this turn?
They're going to each get 3 more attacks. You're going to each get 1 more attack for a total of 2 more attacks.
All right, well, I'm going to take the 16.
Great. So they're all going to have tentacles ripping through their skin suits. Some from necks, some from like underarms, right? Just tentacles shooting out towards you. Little venom-like. You're going to be hit by one of the tentacles. You're taking 5 damage, which you can uncanny dodge. This is the last attack coming after, so it's 2.
Yeah, I'm going to take that.
And you're grappled.
Ugly.
The tentacle wraps up around you and holds you in place. This is, incidentally, one of the ones that is undamaged. Is the grapple one. All right. Then, tentacle. Coming up over the edges of the well. 3 glowing red eyes, one on top of the other, turn and look directly into Guinevere's soul. Gwyn, I need you to make a DC 14 Wisdom save. You're the only one within 30 feet right now.
You're
How'd
good
it
at
go?
wisdom.
9.
9?
Wait, do you have the reroll?
I do have the reroll, don't
Yes, you do. You have
I? I think
inspiration.
I still do.
Do it. Give it done, yeah.
Okay, that's a lot better. It's a dirty 20.
For one moment, you consider a lifetime spent underneath the sea as the thrall to this creature.
I was like, you don't need that. You don't need that.
And, but you shake your way out of
I
it.
had inspiration.
You shake your way out of it. It then ducks its head back into the well.
Mm-hmm. So,
Then-
John, before you run on, I want to say that because I did it wrong, I didn't have enough spell slots to cast my last spell, so I'm actually using not Subvert Reality, another one. Chaotic Recovery, I lost my level of health, my level of Warlock to my health to have to cast the spell I did before. Cool. Sorry, just want to make sure you knew.
No,
And also, at any time, you can make me do a wild magic roll if you want, essentially.
great. When you cast a spell, or just any time?
Anytime. I always do it when I do spell.
Top of the round. You hear yelling coming from the Demaug Manor.
Can we make it out? At least the language it's in.
Common.
Is it a scream? Does it sound like help?
Sounds like a call to arms.
Ugly.
Yay!
Look, guys, we're not trying to fight you. We just want to see that you are an Aboleth people.
All right. Top of the round. Let's do your percentile die. Random wild magic.
Me? You want it? Sure. What's happening? Bloop, bloop, bloop. I do block 79, which is...
I need to print this the next time I'm somewhere.
What?
Mm.
Oh.
Print it.
No, that's no way. Okay. For the next minute, any liquid you touch freezes solid up to 10 feet in all directions.
That's attractive.
No. The salt water begins freezing in 10 feet in all directions. I don't think you're next to anybody, but you're kind of trapped, right?
Yeah.
Because it's up to your knees. So if it's freezing all of it, it's freezing your knees in place.
Yep. But it's freezing.
We're going to say
everyone's
you're
face.
restrained, grappled with a DC equal to your DC to escape.
Okay. Cool, cool.
But within 10 feet of you, people can stand without being in the water.
That's nice.
Great.
Crap.
That's the top of the round for Wild Magic, sir. That's fun. Walker and Summer. There are three next to you. You are grappled by one of them, and they are what is between you and escaping this district.
Okay. Let's see. Do I have to ungrapple myself, or can I just
You
hit?
can just kill it. I don't believe it's restrained. Let me double check. You're grappled, which means you can't move, but you don't get penalties on attacks.
Okay, then I'm just going. Well, if it wants to hit me, if it wants me so badly, it can have my sword too. Ha 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 ha.
You, because Finn is adjacent to you, are going to get adjacent to it, are going to get sneak attack, but not advantage.
That is 15.
15? All right, you stab into the thing. Roll your sneak attack damage.
That is 28.
28? All right, it's at 4 remaining hit points. As you
Wait,
slap...
I'm sorry, 29.
29? It is at 3 remaining hit points. My tablet has died. I can no longer see anything that our friends might say. Great. So, that's that. Finn.
Sorry, I'm telling the chat to flood with uwus because you have left us in solidarity. So I am first going to claw at the guy that is grappling Summer.
Great.
Which is a 24 to hit.
Great. We don't even need to do damage. It has 3 health left. I assume it's an auto kill.
Yeah, like minimum is 11.
Again, the burning smell of seafood fills your nostrils as the flesh suit falls apart.
It is good, I swear. I'm living.
It's
a fun fight for me.
I only have one. Did I see the aboleth in the well? It didn't look at me, but I noticed it.
Yes.
Is the well behind us or closer to the man? It's behind us.
So we're gonna use manor and exit as our directionals now.
Okay, great.
It's facing. So it is closer to the manor. It is on the other side of the sea spawn from the manor.
Amazing. Can I quicken spell to ready in action? No. Yeah, because that would be a lot of rule bending.
The short version is you're not taking an action when you quicken spell. You're taking
I'm taking a bonus action. I know. Okay. Well, wait, hold on. When I did that, I cast Green Flame Blade. Good. So one of the other ones will take 10 fire damage.
And it's at 22.
Okay. That's my turn.
Great. Great. No bonus action?
No.
All right, Gwen.
I'm going to hold on to those sorcery points.
I continue my zip zaps, but in the next direction of the zip zaps.
Oh, so the moonbeam, you're moving it to where they've all come and attacked around you?
Yes. I'm still going to keep it at second level, though. I don't want to burn out third level.
No, it stays. You cast it at the third level. It's.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I forget the rules of DDnD every single day.
It's okay. That's why
we get to relearn them every day.
It's okay.
Every day.
So roll that 4D10.
Every player, it's so weird.
3D10? See, now I don't know. Now I can't remember what Moonbeam's damage is.
It is 1d10.
No.
And I got 17.
17.
You said it's above. Yes. It's 2d10 plus above level 3rd casting. It is 1d10. So 3d10.
3d10? Good. It's actually going to, because you upcast it, 4d10, because they're outside. No, it makes it take go with disadvantage. Aha! I was doing this wrong. The middle one still passes, because that's what they do. But the other two melt. And it was 17 damage, you said?
Mm-hmm. And the one that did not pick gets half.
Right, so it's at 13. And they were on top of you, so the two of them are melting in the sun, in the moonlight, and bobbing dead sea creatures in the water.
And Gwen's also taking the opportunity to be rather dramatic in the moonlight of the sewer.
Love it.
Just kind of
running away. You've been stationary so far.
Yes, I have. Because I before that, I was kind of in an optimal place, like
right.
Especially as a spellcaster.
But it's difficult terrain now. Is the problem?
Yeah. Not necessarily for me. I have pretty good swimming.
Oh, right. So you're actually able to move through the water very quickly. Do you want to be adjacent to Finn and Walker?
Yeah.
Great. So we're in a clump almost out of the district. Euclid is trapped in a prison of his own making.
Well, let's see. Give me a minute.
Speaking of Euclid, it's Euclid.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I'm looking at my ASMR stuff. God damn it. I'm so sorry. I should have looked this up beforehand, and now I'm sitting here and you're all hearing me.
Are you hoping to fly?
I'm hoping to fly.
That is fine and well if you're no longer grappled. You need to make a DC 12. No, it's an action. It's an action to activate Professional Hardness.
Okay.
It is.
Great. Then I guess I can't do that. So I guess I gotta try to get out of it. I need this bonus action.
Sorry, Euclid.
It's okay. I'm just gonna die. It's fine.
No, you're not. No,
you're
not.
Die. The Aboleth has no interest in killing you, Euclid.
Wonderful. I just have to make another character, John, is all I'm saying. DC 12 athletics? You said?
Correct.
Cool. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Well, it's -1. So. Oh, all right. 15.
Acrobatics.
Oh, no, it was a 15. We're all good.
Okay, great. So you pull yourself out of the ice. It shatters from the force of it, and you're on top of it. As you look forward, you realize that water freezes as you touch it. If you take off your shoes as a bonus action, you will be able to freeze the water as you step on it and Iceman your way to your friends.
I love this, and I'm gonna do it. I take off my shoes. I chuck it at like the closest like creatures. It's not gonna do any damage, but I just like the idea of me like throwing it and it being like.
Great.
And then I'm like going to tiptoe across it, like
Right,
each
exactly.
location. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And it like creates little pieces of ice that like cling to your toes a little bit. So
Cool.
so by the time you get there, you've got like icy little booties. But you make your way. You're adjacent to all your friends, and you're hopping so as not to freeze them in place.
Yeah.
Until the ice solidifies under you. Great. All right. So, you still have concentration on that hypnotic pattern, right?
Yes, I do. And
So two of them, one of them is passing. Only one of them is still in the hypnotic pattern.
Okay.
The other one is dashing forward and is right behind, is crawled up under the ice and is crabbling along and is right behind you after dashing but doesn't get to attack. The two next to, there's two next to Walker. First, they're going to claw at him 4 times. What's your claw situation? No, I know it is. I just had to say it again. You're getting clawed twice for another 8 damage.
All right.
And then 2 tentacles are coming at you, one of which is wrapping you up and dealing 5 damage. And this is on the one that's 13.
Thank you.
And this is the one that's what?
At 13.
Oh, okay. I am halving that 5 damage. I'm taking another
Great.
2.
Great. The Aboleth.
Retreated, so no one's within 30 feet.
Right. I'm seeing if it has anything it can do. It doesn't. But you see the door to the manor open, and Denise is in full armor with a giant 2-handed maul on her back, and she sees you.
You can keep seeing me. I see her.
Great. That brings us back to walking.
I see you. I'm doing this first of all. That has to. And then let's see. So it's just 2 of these little things that's blocking our exit before we can just skitter out of here.
You could always skitter past them with attacks of opportunity and stuff. The problem is that you are currently grappled.
I'm grappled. Off. I stab at it. Off.
Great. Attack roll, no advantage, but if you hit, you do get sneak attack.
Ooh, I rolled a 17, so I'm hitting.
Great.
And it is 25.
5?
25.
25. All right. You slice it into pieces, and more rotting seafood joins you in bobbing around you in the water.
It's
All right.
rotting seafood, or is it
Rotting.
like not even like
No,
aged?
no.
It's not aged. Once you kill these things and they die, they start smelling real bad real fast. Fish.
Interesting.
Great. Finn, there's one left that is engaged with you all. Sorry, there's 2. There's the one that ran up behind Euclid that would get an attack of opportunity if he tried to leave.
Well, so my question is, did you stab and run, or did you stab?
Ooh.
Oh, I stabbed, and I guess I'm still here just in case, so I didn't run yet.
All right,
I'll run
so
after all
Finn,
of you go.
yeah, so Finn's gonna turn to you and go, are we? You did this? Are we running? Are we fighting?
We're running.
Oh, all right, okay. Then
We'll fight her on the political podium. That's where I'll fight her.
All right. You are quite eloquent. I say that as I stab one of them, and I use my reroll because that was a 2. That is a 17 to hit.
Nice.
That very much hits.
$18 damage.
18. All right. It's at 4.
And then
This is a stab with your sword or a slash with your claws? Carter, are you frozen?
Oh no, we've lost Carter.
Oh fuck! I'm right
You're
here.
back. You're back.
Okay, I was like, I've been here the whole time, and now Zoom says my internet connection is unstable. Lovely. That was. Did you get the damage?
I didn't. No, I got the damage. I didn't get the. It was a claw attack, right?
Yeah, claw attack for 18. I did a green flame blade, so 8 of it jumps to the other guy behind us,
which is now at 5.
Can I tell how weak they are? Do they look like really weak?
They look pretty weak.
Okay, then I use my last 2 sorcery points. I quicken spell. That's a 13?
4.
To hit?
That hits, DC 11.
Yes!
Nice.
Yes! That is 6, 10. That's another 18 on the one that I'm slashing, but that is 4 fire damage that jumps to the other one.
It's a 1, but the one ahead of you is slashed underneath your claws. The green flame blade damage jumps and sizzles it, leaving it barely alive at 1.
I turn to the dwarf Denis. I give her the birds, and I run.
Great. Great. You're running, so you're well ahead of everybody. You're outside the district. The water dissipates, actually, in a very unnatural wall.
Ooh.
Right? Like you get to the edge of the district, and you almost stumble because you've been pushing through this water. And all of a sudden there's no water, so it almost makes you fall forward, but you catch yourself, right? There's a literal, like at the edge of the district that they've claimed, the water just stops.
Oh, I bet it's cute.
I turn back and I go, there's weird magics afoot. And that's my turn.
I love it. Gwen!
Euclid, how are you doing right now?
Oh, I missed something. When you ran, they should have gotten an attack of opportunity with a tentacle.
I was going to let it slide.
You're a cheater. You're getting tentacled. And you're taking 5 damage, and you did not run forward.
Then I don't say there's weird magics afoot, because I don't know that.
It just doesn't make any sense. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, I'm grappled?
Yes.
By the guy with 1 HP?
Correct.
I ain't sweating.
All right, Gwen.
Euclid, how are you feeling?
Oh, just fine, I guess. I'm just like
Are you sure you don't need anything?
No, I don't. I'm fine. I'm physically fine right now at the moment.
Okay.
Except for, you know, the freezing thing that I'm doing on the ice here.
Okay, if you're fine, then I'm also going to try to make my break for it, but just knock very quickly at that grappling situation as I walk through, just with a club, my club, nothing, no magic used.
Great.
Just whack that boy.
Stop that.
Great.
And also use a balm on myself.
Great.
That was such crap. It was 1.
Oh no!
No.
Miss.
Well,
Trying
Do you
to.
want
oh
it?
no!
He is
I hit for that. I was rolling both at the same time.
Oh.
I hit with
It's-
20.
It's,
Oh,
at,
you hit.
it's at 1 HP.
Yeah.
It died. You want to run forward, Gwen?
Yes, please.
So you now push out of the water and see the same miniature wall that that is now about 3 feet high. And you may say there's strange magic afoot if you would like.
That's my line. I'll take my line.
All right, Euclid.
Great. I'm just gonna. I guess I'll just book it then to the exit.
Great. So you get out of the water. Now that there's no more left.
When I get out of the water, I'm going to
Yeah.
place my hands against the water and start freezing it solid.
Great. So there's a 10 feet little wall. What's going to happen is, as this is happening, the water is going to, the rest of the water is going to start draining away,
Mm-hmm.
right? And Denise is going to go back in and close the door. And except for the smell, for the seaweed littering the streets and the lingering smell of salt water, there is no sign that anything happened here.
Great. I'm going to go to the
And
nearest.
except for the 10-foot radius wall of ice in the middle of the street.
exactly. I was hoping, did any of them chase after us before that happened?
No. Once you started getting away, the others have all retreated on their turns, back into sewer gratings, back into homes.
I should have stayed still. Oh well. Alright. I guess I will knock on a nearby person's door to see if they come outside.
Sure. Is this within this district or not? I'm deciding. You knock on a door and there's no answer, but the door swings slightly open.
What? Now you got ghosts here too? They're murderers in your part of district. What is this? Why is our door just open? Hello?
No answer.
I
Right.
really don't enjoy what she's done with the place.
Oh, is there another door nearby? I try another one.
Sure. Closer inside the district or farther away from the district?
Farther away from the ice that I created.
We hear fighting. Please don't involve us.
Oh no. We don't. There's the fighting's over. Also, hydrate.
I already did. I'm on top of that.
Well, you're faster than me. Anyway, miss, you should hydrate. It's very late at night. You should have a sip of water. But anyway, what I'm saying is the fighting's over.
The water has been tasting so strangely of late. We've been trying to hydrate only when we need.
Don't drink that water. Oh,
You've been drinking foul water and didn't come to me, Walker, in summer?
I wouldn't say that it's terribly foul, just strange tasting.
Yeah, that's the bad stuff. Don't look from there on.
We're used to bad stuff here.
Not anymore. We are not. If I eat, we all eat.
So, here's the thing.
The next time you need water, you come to someplace
Wherever we're staying.
Let's choose the inn.
So where are we staying?
I think on your ship is the impression I got.
Okay.
I don't think we've slept in like 2 weeks. Let's be.
We slept. No, that's not true. 3 days ago, we slept in the woods.
We did sleep in the woods.
And you slept. Well, you didn't sleep. You stayed up all night in the Yanti temple. So you had half a night's sleep, I think.
Doing great.
Well, you go to a designated place that I will designate later, and you get fresh water there.
Before we designate that place, come with me. Come follow. We have to look at this space. I need you to see this thing, because what I'm showing you is evidence of something, and we need people who are outside of our group to corroborate this sort of thing. Okay?
So she's gonna come out. She's gonna survey everything and say, You need me to speak about this in front of people tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it'd be better. Are you the only one in your house tonight?
No. My wife is asleep.
Well, would you mind if we stay with you to make sure that you're safe? You're close to this border here, that these things that happened, there are things maybe watching us. We just need to make sure that you're safe.
Make a persuasion check, because that's
it's a weird
may
thing.
we stay in your house and watch over you all night is a hard
Hard sell.
Good thing I have a +7 on that.
You got a what?
Don't need it, because fucking goddamn it. Guess. Just guess.
That's a 20.
Yeah.
19.
God fucking damn.
I would feel safer, and it would be a story to tell the children that once Walker and Summer stayed in my house.
Oh, I've got to come here too. You've got something on the pot, tea of some sort.
It's later at night. I could make some tea.
I may need some tea.
Great. She goes and makes some tea. Her wife says, "Something up here?" Just no. Just one of the presidential candidates visiting late at night.
It's routine, dear.
Go back to bed. And she makes you all tea. And
lovely.
have a night. do you sleep or do you stay up all night?
I assume we kind of stake out in turns.
Yeah. Could
I
we
like a frog.
take... Are you licking a frog?
Are you?
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this idea.
You guys want to
Anyone
drop
else?
frogs right now?
Does anyone want to drop a frog?
Or this lovely lady's small house, and while you're there, you're like, just a second.
Hey,
I'm
Almost-
on a timeline. I need to figure out what's going on passively. I'm just gonna sit there for 4 hours quietly anyway. I might as well just lick a frog.
Wait,
hey guys.
Nobody else is blessed with that curse.
Hey, I know you keep me here. I just want to offer you if you wanted it. Do you want some frog?
oh, no, thank
Okay,
you.
that's fine. I'm just making sure. You know, I don't want to feel inhospitable. You're giving us space.
No,
We're like,
you're-
walking over. I just
you're-
want to make sure.
You're very kind to offer your frogs, but I don't know that I need them this evening. Thank you.
There. I hear that. I hear that extended usage.
It clearly
makes you
says
groggy.
running on a pro-hallucinogenic frog platform without saying those words. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Walker can totally just be like, they're doing their own thing. I fully imagine that I've done this in a way that is least tactful.
No, I endorse everything.
Is,
I think-
anybody
Vic-
else frog licking?
Finn is not frog licking. Finn
No,
is
we're-
staying up and gonna watch for the whole night. If everyone else is otherwise inebriated.
No, I'm gonna also be on Denise stakeout.
Cool.
She doesn't look about. Could I have don't we have that little
Sorry?
I'm
What?
thinking, would it be, you know what? No, I will do this in the morning.
Okay.
Say that one more time.
I was thinking that I'll do it in the morning.
Okay, great. So, Finn, you're going to end up with a level of exhaustion because you stay up all night.
Can I keep watch for 4 hours and then take a short rest for 4? Because I
Well,
know
Still, if you do not get over 6 hours of sleep, you get a level of exhaustion. And you do not get the benefits of a long rest without 8 hours of sleep.
could we take I turned to
Mm-hmm.
I turned to my captain and I go, do you want to take the first 2 hours or the second 2 hours?
I'll take the first.
All right. Oh, that's gonna be rough, but I am first mate, so
There we go.
So I'm gonna sleep for 2, watch for 2, sleep for 4, not get exhausted, but only have a short rest.
And not get your spells back.
Making me feel really
I
guilty.
didn't
can just
spend that
watch.
many. It's all right.
Like, if you guys just need me to watch, I can.
No, you've already licked the frog. I
I
don't
was like-
trust you to do shit. You
Like,
enjoy that
I-
trip. Look, give it 20 minutes.
Alright.
I didn't even think of it that way.
You're gonna be hopping all along.
I've already licked the
Euclid,
frog.
are you doing the same sort of thing?
Yeah, dude, I've already licked it. I wasn't even.
Oh, you're
considering-
licking a frog. Great.
Oh yeah.
Mm,
Look, man,
okay.
I gotta deviate from my path. It's my frog. We just
Sure.
got frogs.
True.
I got my frog. I went in. You know? I went
Alright.
tonight without dreaming. I want to go deeper into it. I throw the dog.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Gwyn, you dream of a green crystal twisting and spiraling 40 feet into the air, lined and limbed with green energy. And you feel that this is the moment. You're seeing the moment. 3 paths. The end of dreams, the destruction of this monolith, and the continuation of dreams as they were, or a period of excessive dreams. This is the tripartite choice. You
Gonna go with
recognize this tower and this crystal as some sort of special energy. I would like you to roll an Arcana check.
I I got a 12.
A 12?
Wait, that's not right. No, yeah, it was 12.
This is the Yonti Hanbalani. Being built where it is and surrounded by the energy where it is how to fulfill the requests of one or the other dream spirits or the request of the Yonti. Does that make sense?
Yes.
If you wanted to avoid this utterly, the fourth path, though really it's just the second path, would be to prevent the building of the Hanbalani. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Once it's fully built, that's when either dreams go to excess or dreams go to nothingness. Clear?
Yes.
And you feel yourself invested with dread and terrible power as you have this hallucination. Then you find yourself dancing and frolicking with the dream speakers beneath the Yonti Grand Temple. A giant bowl of liquid is pushed in front of you, viscous and thick, and you gobble it down greedily and become a great snake spider elf abomination, master of nightmares. This is a potential future.
Okay.
You, when you awaken, are horrified by this, but in your dream are drunk with power and majesty. If the dream does not see this as negative. The dream loves this for you. Does that make sense? Or
yes.
It's not even a dream, it's a hallucination. Euclid.
Yes.
You see yourself bound in an underground cavern, upside down. And as you look up, which is down, you see the 3 glowing red eyes of the aboleth. And you look around and you see that there's a dock and small boats, and you cannot help but feel that you've had this place described to you. Make an intelligence check.
Intelligence check, just straight up. Sick. That's fine.
That's one of the things I do from memories of things people said to you.
Just a 9. Just a 9. Probably not good.
You know that you have seen this, you have heard of this place before. You cannot shake it from your mind that you've seen this underground cavern and that it must be important. Because remember, the dreams of the frogs are there to save your lives.
Mm-hmm.
Right? In some way, this knowledge can save your life.
Cool. All right.
Cavern is now in your brain. And maybe if you describe it, one of the others can tell you where they've seen it before. Those are your dreams. You awaken the next morning in this lovely half-elf woman. Her name is Camilla.
Camilla.
Beautiful.
And she says, okay, I saw the things you asked me to see. I'm okay now. You want me to come and speak of them in front of people?
A people or a person? I ask the group.
I guess if we need anybody, we need to have her speak to,
we need to
what is his name? Vano. Yeah, we could probably find Vano. He's got to be with his griffin, or at least got to come back to the griffin.
Right, don't we want to show this more to the people of this city, rather than, you know...
Where are you going first?
Diplomat. Wow, what was that word? Diplomat.
Great. You go to the Huo'inor encampment. You're greeted by a warforged.
Mm-hmm.
He is a brilliant blend of silver and gold, and you see the half moon of Coralon Lorethian emblazoned into his chest. And he says, "Hello, I am Alloy."
Like press a button or something.
What?
There weren't many of these in Tecotuhautl.
Never before have you seen one? History of the Warforged in this world is, I know this is common enough, this is open enough that people are going to recognize this, stolen from the goblins, from golems from Dragon Age. They were created by the dwarves as servants, and then when they rebelled, were buried in a vault underground, and then when that dwarven civilization died, they stayed buried there for thousands of years until they were found by adventurers.
I'm sorry. Did you speak?
Yes.
My name is Alloy.
Oh,
I
God! Don't do that!
I am a defender of truth and freedom. Now, a paladin to Coralon Norethian.
Are you also a clock? And can you tell me what time
Oh, don't be petty.
Fauna is coming
Bummer.
back?
It is okay. I am used to all manner of creatures treating me with prejudice.
No,
I
it's
will
not prejudice.
endure.
If anybody has a clock on them, it's gotta be you right now.
I do have an impeccable sense of time that does not make you any less prejudiced.
Interesting.
I could see like your whole inside, like all of it spinning. Oh
Indeed.
my God!
Much more straightforward.
What is your question?
I said, when is Vanat coming back? I need to speak with him.
Vanal has told us he was on the hunt and has not returned since yesterday afternoon.
How are you?
I am adequate.
And
Fair.
do you have a way to contact your leader in times of emergency?
I do not.
Fine. Why don't we just call a meeting at the town square and just bring her here to talk about this? Open up to everyone.
Oh, that could work. But for
We
now,
have 7 days until the election.
This
Yes,
would be
we do.
great time to break their campaign.
Yes, 7 now.
I assume my group of rock stars have been singing my praise.
The whole time.
Yeah, so Field Axe has been singing your praises everywhere. So has, oh God, what is her name?
Oh, what is her?
I have the, I can't get onto I'm on Twitch on my phone now, so I can see the chat, which means I can't get to my internet notes. I guess I can.
Eustace Blorfinch
Eustace, that's right.
and
They've been
Tiffany.
singing your praises. You're very popular.
I love that. Gotta stay on the top of the polls.
Top of the pops.
Top of the pops. So okay, so we can't get in contact with Vanal. We have a aberrant on our tails.
It's pronounced aboleth.
Is it hell? Wait, what's an aberrant? Is that a Pokemon?
They're aberrants. They're aberrations.
I see now.
It's a
I was
classification.
like,
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. That's why I'm first mate. I got you.
That's what I like.
Some people would say that.
So what's our next
Anyway.
move?
Sorry, don't want to get into this little whisper conversation. I just want to say a few nice things. Your guys great. Your eyes look very nice. Anyway, bye.
Are you praying?
What are you doing?
I'm just saying nice
What are you
things about
doing?
you guys. I don't know. I'm sorry. I've been lost in this conversation. You guys were whispering, and I wanted to join it.
Ah.
Oh,
no.
we were saving
It-
face in front of the stoic gentleman.
Mhm.
Okay,
The
sorry.
fair one.
Sorry.
Euclid.
My bad.
No, you're good. I think you've got a pretty good idea. If we can't find our paladin friends, then maybe we should just let everyone know what's
We
going
hold
on.
the town meeting. Mm-hmm.
Although this is potentially quite easily spun as mudraking.
I don't know if you.
It's
not
true.
mud.
It's true,
sand.
which is
It's
what
sand
makes
at
it
most.
not mudraking. I'm just saying, politicians are likely to spin truth.
And then how far with the truth do we go? Because if we tell them about the aboleth in the city, should we tell them about the demon in the city?
No.
Well, yeah, probably we shouldn't.
You deal with your own dirt, and you tell everyone else about theirs. That's what you do.
Which is what makes it mudraking a little bit.
Is it? I mean, it's literally like they're being controlled by a A literal
Look,
aboleth.
no. We should do it. I'm saying we go through with it. I'm also saying be knowledgeable, be aware that other people will be like, well, Summer and Walker is spinning tails, and if they have mud to rake, they may also bring it up. I don't
What's
know
the
how
mud?
many. The Yuan tea
Walker.
seems a
Yes.
bit of an open secret at this
Yes,
point.
you click.
Walker, what mud is there to rake on you?
Here's the thing. I haven't been 100% truthful. I'm
What?
having this conversation in front of this big
I believe in privacy, he says as you look at him again. I have turned off my oral units. You may continue to speak without my interference. I will return when you look at me again.
I assume he said oral
That's sweet.
and not
Oral.
oral.
Not oral.
oh, like Walker being like, so like stop. We should here's the thing. I really haven't been 100% truthful with the people because I don't believe that the people are strong enough to defend themselves from the threat of whatever might be, you know? But that's on me. That's a decision that I made for others. Maybe it's time I stop doing it. Maybe I allow everybody to have a say in what should happen with, I don't know, the aboleth on our back door or the demon underneath it, you know, like,
Or the green dragon outside the gate.
or the green dragon outside the gate. These are all difficult decisions that affect all of us. And so all of us need to be on the same page on how we deal with it, yes?
I mean, that is kind of the idea of a democracy. So I feel like truth will go. Is that the saying?
It can be if you make it that way.
Truth will
Close
in.
enough.
Okay.
So we
As
are
you're preparing, therefore, for this press conference, right? It sounds like what you're about to do.
yeah.
Euclid, the image of this place in your dream continues to haunt you. Would you like to bring it up?
Yeah, sure. I try to describe it as best as I can to the group.
Make a performance check. If you get a 10 or above, it'll give advantage to their ability to understand.
I'm going to use my inspiration to re-roll that net one.
Choose over.
That was a nat one again.
It was statistically it had to happen.
It has.
He describes hallucination very poorly. I need all the remaining of you, though only one of you has seen this place. I need you all to roll, so I don't give away where it is. Intelligence checks with disadvantage.
Sorry,
Due to
but
the
nat
four-
one.
To the,
Oh, that sucks. I could have had it.
It's a 2 minus 2 0.
Hold on, I'm gonna give.
I got a 9.
17.
Look, I'm gonna roll it. I'm just gonna roll a meta die. I'm gonna take it. It was a 17. I'm gonna point at Carter and use my ability to
Finn?
change Finn. Sorry, it was a meta die. It was a meta roll.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm gonna use subvert reality to see if I can give him advantage, so it's not disadvantage.
you can or cannot, but it doesn't matter because
Doesn't
the
matter.
actual person is Gwen.
Well,
You
John,
got a 17.
Pass.
Story-wise,
I passed
that's
on the
very fun.
information I had.
Great. Gwen, as it's described, you recognize this. Do you know where this is? Do you recognize where it was? By description? When you snuck as a snake through the Berry Bramble crime family syndicate,
Oh, yeah.
you saw people hung upside down to drown in the tide.
Mhm.
This
I
is
recall this.
This is the dock, the underground grotto dock of the Berry Brambles. And Euclid has seen a true hallucination of the Aboleth being down there. Which means what two groups are working together?
Goodness.
Oh, I don't know. Somebody's dad
Shut
and
Front door.
the Nightmare Police.
And that seems like a lovely place to end our session this
Bad
evening.
dad.
That revelation.
Bad dad.
All
We
dads
already
are
knew
bad.
that.
That's a
Yeah,
lot.
that's
Hey,
not
they're
true.
connected.
Bill is fine.
They're connected. Your nightmares and your father.
Yay.
All the same pot.
All right, everybody. That's our
Yay.
Dice Drinks and Drama for this evening. Hope you enjoyed yourselves.
Hi guys, it's me, Carter, or Finnegan, or Editor. Whatever you want to call me. First off, I want to thank you on behalf of the whole DDnD team. It means a lot to us that you're watching our content on YouTube. It's super cool. So please be sure to like and subscribe and ring the bell and all the other YouTube stuff that you're supposed to do. Second off, I do want to say, if you enjoyed this episode and you found yourself being like, oh man, that was cool, but I sure wish I could have been a part of that conversation and helped decide where the party should go, you can. You can watch us for free on Twitch every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We are simultaneously on the twitch.tv/Dice Drinks and Drama channel and the twitch.tv/DND channel. Wizards of the Coast is hosting us. It's awesome. So those links are down below, along with a whole bunch of other cool stuff that everyone on the team is making. Vic's got a module. Devren's got a podcast. I may have something eventually, and I'll put it down here, along with our Patreon. It's super cool. There's a couple tiers, lots of exclusive content, and yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.